Waste to Kokomo, the Superb Owl Party Show.
Superb Owl.
Superb Owl, yes.
Spell it out, folks.
If you didn't get that, that's Super Bowl. Take B, put it on. Never mind. Write it down. It's a Superb Owl.
We're gonna.
So here we are recording third podcast of the Waste to Kokomo, and we are have yet to put any of them on the interwebs. But we got Jared's going to talk about that. He's going to tell us what we got going on with that.
Well, we figured out what to do, but it takes forever to publish said podcast because we tend to run over time. So our first two episodes are 2 hours and 25 minutes long, and it looks like we're going to have a page up here soon. And if you guys check all the links on our Facebooks, is it Facebooks? Facebook's page and the seller, the roadkill. Lenny's got some other things that we're gonna have them all on all those here soon. But the master volume on this thing is bumping. It's loud.
Bump.
So I'm trying to pull it down.
Is it trying to pick up the background as well?
It's not too bad. I mean, we can probably close it if you want to.
Well, I just cracked
But we gotta.
because
Well, yeah, it's
Kelly'd
fine.
have to see if someone.
Well, we don't care who's in the bar. They can run it themselves because that's just how we roll here in Kokomo.
James is out there. He can handle it.
James said he'd guard all the alcohol.
Well, I'm sure he will. So anyway, we're going to put this up on Podbean, and we're going to start there. And I do believe it publishes to iTunes. So,
Okay. So.
But I got some more research to do, and you guys know that I am the best technical geek guy this side of Mississippi.
You're the best technical geek guy we have.
And then, I'm trying. Ooh. That was a visual.
Yeah, I'm shaking my mic over
yes,
here.
He was
Yeah.
shaking his mic. His Yeti.
Yeah.
He's got a silver one, just in case you guys don't know.
Kelly, did you just review?
Choking.
No, you gotta relax the throat, darling.
You do gotta relax the throat.
No, I just
Gotta take your time with that.
With the silver Yeti.
I thought she was doing her impression of me from last.
Oh,
week.
last
Yeah.
week was, yeah.
Oh no, Jimmy chokes. Kelly chokes.
Yeah, so
Choke.
You almost died last week.
I did, and it was all because of the best meat in town.
Yeah. Mark should have choked you with his meat, or
Yeah, during sound checks, everyone's going around the room and testing the mic. And when we got to Mark, he just said, "I got the best meat in town." Before he could finish his commercial, I was dying. I was choking. I had a drink coming out my nose.
Good time.
It was.
It was
I
like
felt
I laughed so hard.
It was like he snorted like a beam and coke.
Yes.
oh,
It was like tear gas. I had it coming out all my pores.
So check for our we're publishing it. I'll probably put it on the night. It's going to take probably an hour, probably at least to pull it.
Yeah,
to
during
pull
the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
By the time you hear this, you'll be like, "Why don't these guys shut up?" That's already
Right, it's already
Right.
happened. But our first episode's coming out. What do we call it?
it's the Waste to Kokomo Genesis because it's our pilot episode.
Yes.
So,
right. In the beginning,
yes, in the beginning there was a group of drunks who were very angry.
and then I listened back to it after Aaron Kane doctored it up for us, did some editing, and I was the holder of the USB. And
That's
so,
actually like a USB port, not like code for genitalia. Just
yeah, no, it's this is on the technical guru technology
Webpage.
verbiage.
Yeah.
So
Technobabble.
but and I think Genesis is the perfect name for it because we, like you said, with 3 episodes in, which I think is probably a good thing that we're ahead of things.
Yes,
But
it's important.
not by design, so we look brilliant, but we're not.
And then don't think that it's so. we're not heavy into continuity, so you can watch an episode and not go, "Oh, I should have seen the previous one." Although I'm pretty certain the previous one's probably pretty damn funny too. 'Cause
Yes.
we talk shit, sling spit, and that's about it.
And the first one, we're kind of everywhere. There wasn't a whole lot of direction, but it was, just some people sitting around with their new hobby and just and bullshitting. It's like a guy gets a guitar and he hangs out with other people with a guitar, and it's not always good stuff.
No, it's not. But it starts. It's got to
But
start
there's
somewhere.
some definite awesome stuff in there, if I don't say so myself.
Yeah, I think we've got an episode coming up where we're all going to be naked while we're recording.
Yes.
So if you want to, that'll be something you can look forward to.
And if you guys want to come down and watch us, you can watch me sit on Lenny's lap during the naked episode.
God, I feel like I'm in Boy Scouts again.
Well,
Oh,
yeah.
Jesus.
Let's take a deep breath here. We went really.
We went deep.
Yeah, a little bit.
We went
south
dark. So
You
this
you
is.
spit that juice out or you swallow that? You do that.
there. Well,
He's a spitter.
Just so you know, he's dipping right now. I didn't want you to think he's doing anything else. So.
no,
Yeah.
I shouldn't be dipping because of my heart issues.
But
get a
you
little
shouldn't be smoking.
And I shouldn't be smoking, and I've been a little stressed.
So you're stressed right now at this moment, or?
No, I'm just, what? I drank a little bit too much.
You should be
Sometimes.
Now, do you drink? Are you the kind of guy that likes to smoke when he drinks? Like, do you catch yourself smoking more? Than
I used to be that guy. Like,
Yeah.
I used to really bad. Like, and last night was not near as bad, was it? I mean,
You asked for a hit of my cigarette like every 5 minutes, and I said no.
but she said no. So I
You
didn't.
told me
I didn't,
I'm not smoking
I
tonight.
didn't smoke last
Okay.
night, and I didn't.
That's good.
So, but I used to be that guy. And then I started smoking, and then I wasn't really a smoker. Those are quotation marks in case you guys don't know what
It's
that
air
means.
quoting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I chewed, and then I had a lot of heart issues, and still do have heart issues. But everything's good. Pipes are clean right now, and I have a new lease
So,
on life.
Who cleaned your pipes?
That
Wendy
would be
did.
Dr.
Phil?
Kevorkian.
Well, I'm gonna give that.
Waltz?
Yeah, Dr. Walt, Peter Waltz.
Peter Waltz.
Oh,
from,
Shout out to that guy for saving my life.
Peter Waltz, that sounds like anal or something.
Anal warts.
Sex.
Oh.
Sounds like some kind of sexual position.
It is. It's,
Or
it's
something you
like
do.
a dance.
Something you do with a phallical member
Phallical.
Yeah.
appendage.
For maximization of the copperlead and the schlong and doink and use the Peter Waltz maneuver, yeah.
Peter
Peter
Waltz.
Waltz. Yeah, Peter Waltz, yeah.
See,
And you have spunken everywhere. Yeah.
Wendy, would you go
Wendy, can
to
you-
ballroom Peter Waltz dance lessons?
lessons.
Was that something that you would do as a couple?
Has she been to Peter Waltz's dance lessons?
The dance academy, the Peter Waltz Dance Academy.
She made Jared's Peter Waltz.
Okay, all right. Well,
She said it was more of a samba.
He said, "Move on."
Yeah, he's like,
let's move on past the because there's going to be maybe my kids might listen to this.
Oh yeah.
So we need to
Oh,
not
but
talk about
if it's
that.
other people's kids, we don't care.
We don't care about everybody else's kids because
Jared.
I don't have control over them. And
So, real quick, we're gonna go around the room and again and say who's
who's
in
what, and who's
attendance.
where, and
We're doing this when Kelly's in the other room. She's trying to run a business while we're doing
because
this.
we are broadcasting from the cellar.
But we'll start.
I'm Jared Summers, and that's about it.
And that is about it. Then we got right to my left.
Leonard Pig, writer, actor, freelance agent of chaos.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
that was good, man. I'm gonna have
Agent
to
of
come up
Chaos.
with something.
Is it when you're driving around in your Lincoln Town car? It makes you feel like you're,
Or the trolley.
or the trolley.
No, it's not. It's
Troy.
nah. It's when I'm driving other people's Lincoln Town cars,
That's what it is.
and they're in the trunk.
And they're
You know.
bagged up.
Well, I don't like backseat drivers, so
Ooh.
Man, you got a lot of those in the bus, though, don't you?
Oh, I bet.
No
Hey.
comment.
Turn here. Hey, turn here. We can't talk about that because I don't want you to lose your job. So
And we won't talk about his job.
that's right.
I can talk about my other
Mention.
jobs, but I can't talk about that job. So.
No, not until a new administration comes in. So let's move on.
So I'm Jimmy Shaw, comedian, philanthropist. I don't.
He's kind of
Playboy,
he's got-
anarchist.
he's like a steel. He is the heir to a steel empire,
Yes, I am.
and
And I will inherit that like 200 years after I'm dead. So stay tuned.
stay tuned for that one.
Good, big stuff. And then to my right would be Kelly, who Malinowski, who is the owner of the Cellar, which is where we do the podcast and the Blind Tiger Comedy Open Mic. And then lastly,
Certainly not least.
not least, this next person is going to introduce herself, and then she's going to talk a little bit.
We're actually going to get serious just for a little while.
We're going to talk about donors.
It's
ahead.
Wendy Browning. I am
You can
Jared's
talk to the
need
microphone instead.
better,
Okay,
better
all right.
half. What do you need a Kleenex?
Oh, it looked like you were going to cry.
Oh.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. I just want to be serious for just 1 minute and talk about the Indiana Donor Network. I met a girl through there. Her name is Brittany Pryfogel, who is a recipient of a pancreas, I believe. Got in touch with Indiana Donor Network when my ex-husband was killed in a motorcycle accident, and he was a donor. But that was out in Colorado, but when we came back here, I wanted to do a benefit for the Indiana Donor Network and raise some money and a celebration of life for Ronnie. So I called them, and they put me in touch with a Brittany Pryfogel, who is from the Tipton area. She speaks in these events for free. She does it because she wants to get the word out. She volunteers for them.
Hard worker.
Yeah, hard worker. Recently, she's having some health issues, and felt horrible for her. But I think it is her pancreas.
Yeah, her transplant.
Yeah.
The transplant, I think, is not cooperating well with
Yeah.
her body, which
Yeah.
happens quite a bit. But those people are on a battery of medications. But Wendy wants to say a few things because it's really important to her and her daughter about donating. Be a donor, guys. I mean, I understand there's religions that don't believe in that. I understand all that, but it saves people's lives every single day. You know, there's only a handful of people that donate. There's only a handful of things that, but people need stuff, especially when someone passes away. Somebody else needs that, that heart or lung or eye or whatever it is, valve, whatever it is that you need. So it's really important. It's really important to Wendy and I, and we try to raise money. And in fact, we're gonna try to do some things with what's it called, Save Lives or something like that. It's a race car.
Because we're into racing and stuff like that. And Brittany's boyfriend actually works for, and I'm not going to drop names, but one of our favorite drivers. So that was kind of a coincidence. I found that out while she
Why not
was
drop his
there.
name? It's all right.
We can.
It's not like
We
you're.
can.
I got more people coming in.
Okay. So anyway, I just want to say, Brittany, get better. We're here for you if you need anything. You can make it through it again.
We got your back.
Yeah.
And
And I just want to also say how important it is to be a donor. Just go to Indiana Donor Network, sign up, and that's it.
Yeah, you're not using them anymore, really. So
right. That's
Yeah.
how I look at it. I mean, if you're not using
You're
them,
right.
give them to somebody else, man. I mean, a lot of that, a lot of Ronnie's parts or his body went to research, and the healthy parts, his lungs, his eyes, his
eyes went to the UK. His
Yeah.
cornea. His heart went to somebody,
Here and
some
then-
older guy in the mountain region.
yeah.
I mean, we knew that before we left Colorado.
Yeah.
Liver, kidneys went to teenage kids. One lung went to a
someone,
recipient.
the
The
other
other one
one
went to research. And I don't know if they always do that. One goes to research, one, or he
Right.
had something going on with that one.
Yeah.
There's some if you're interested in it and you don't know about there's a Nova special that we watched that one night, and I cannot remember. I think it's Transplanting Life or something like
Yeah,
that.
we'll
And
put
there's-
a link to that on the Waste of Kokomo Facebook page and a link to
Indiana Donor Network.
Indiana Donor Network, so you can look for those on our Facebook page probably before we ever have a podcast.
You know,
up.
if you make an educated decision with what you want to do with your life and your organs and it's just important. It's an important thing to us, and just like the veterans are important to us. We were talking earlier just about to transition into something else. We were talking about homelessness and the polar vortex that we had this last week, and how many people died just in Chicago. I mean, we don't know what the numbers are, about the Midwest or even up north. But it's important that there's a lot of issues that we have, especially in Kokomo, Indiana, that we don't address in Kokomo, Indiana. We've got.
And that's how there's a lot of when people are doing benefits and stuff. Sometimes a lot of that stuff goes outside the area. I'm the veterans chair for Local 685, and I make sure the money that we're raising for veterans stays in Howard County, because this is our home. These are our veterans, and I'm not saying that other veterans don't matter, but we got to take care of ours right here in Kokomo, and we have different agencies for that. The military organization, military. I said that wrong. Military Foundation, and Jackson Street Commons is a shelter for veterans, and we do a lot for them, and so we will make sure that information and that donor network is Indiana Donor Network.
Indiana Donor Network.
Okay.
And
.org.
I think you can also, when you go to the license branch,
Yes.
I do believe you can sign up there too.
You
I
can't-
do, but I heard it's
I don't know. I've been a donor for a while, and it's on my.
It's on your, but I think that's for identification purposes. But I think you also need to go to that website
Okay, and I haven't done that. So
and just log in, and it pulls your information so that it goes into a database. Is what I'm thinking. I don't know the 100%. When we get a chance, and Brittany's feeling better and recovered, we're going to get her on, and we'll do a little little interview.
anytime you guys are going to do another benefit or something, I mean, that last time your auctioneer was brilliant.
he was.
It was. I don't want to take his work, but if you need anything,
Okay.
you can count me in. And if you want to do something different besides just that, we've got friends that do music. We got friends that
Yeah.
That's the thing.
So we can make that happen and do something again this year for.
Yeah, maybe we'll just do it down here.
Okay.
That'd be awesome. We've done things for breast cancer here at the cellar. We've done
Right.
veterans things. We've done starving comedians
Starving.
benefits.
Speaking
Yeah.
of starving comedians, we got another benefit for them, February 16th.
Is that the Shawshank Redemption
That is.
or rejection?
Well, it
or-
may be something. It's coming up. I need to get a definite name on it.
That's our cue.
That's our cue to find a name for that,
Yep.
or to move on.
So, thank you for sharing that with us today, Wendy. As always, I support you, and we all support each other's causes. We're here doing this podcast for a lot of reasons. Actually, I hate to a lot, but I'm thinking here. we started this a few months ago thinking that we would do it just as a, something fun to get along, and we are, and we're having a good time.
3 episodes in, we haven't had one fight yet.
Not yet.
It's coming, believe me.
No
It's
drama.
coming.
No drama, and I don't want any drama, and I don't foresee it happening. But we're here having a good time. Each week, once again, I'm gonna get it published. I promise, guys.
There's gonna be something on there. They're gonna hear this and like, dude, you posted 2 weeks ago.
But aside from just entertaining people, we want to inform people as well. So.
That's the main thing. I
Yeah.
think it's just it's an outlet.
Right.
It's
And we can say the waste of Kokomo. We're not just dogging Kokomo. We are, there's things in Kokomo to dog, but there's also a lot here that.
there's a lot of good going on in
good
this
here.
town. There really is, and I always thought some days I hated living here. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like a drag. And of course, I get out of town, which I moved away a couple times, and guess where I end up? Back home. This is home. And we know that. But my children are here. That's my version of
Your
what's it?
little
Jim
neighborly song.
Neighbors. Yeah.
What I think is interesting about this city is there's a lot of people that, even if they're not with some organization, whether it's any of the non-for-profits or churches or whatever, you've got a lot of individuals that are out there doing stuff. The interesting thing, and I noticed, and I don't know if you guys had seen this, but there are people, right before the weather started getting really gnarly, they were putting scarves out at some of the shelters.
Yeah.
And even had some tied around the signs where the trolley stops were, that somebody could just take and use as needed, I lived in Indianapolis for a number of years. I never saw anything like that.
No. Now, what's the church? I'm sorry if I'm interrupting. The church right up there across from Napa on Markland. They used to
It's a
have,
Methodist church, I think.
and I used to drive by there, and they would have coats hanging up.
Yes,
Yeah.
they had the little coat hanger. Yep, right before the winter.
It's like
winter
Markland
time.
and Union, I think is
Yeah,
where
yeah.
they're located.
I have avoided that area for a while, so I don't know if they're doing it again. But
Dude,
I mean,
it's
that was
the traffic, the roads are a nightmare there.
Yeah,
Right now they are.
Now they got like a Taco Bell right across there.
And it's
I
So
know.
it's like there's something else like that, just foot traffic and just it's
right.
we haven't had a chain restaurant franchise down there since Dunkin' Donuts.
Well, I didn't see.
Yeah,
I
that
don't
was what,
remember
like
that.
this,
That's
what,
that's
70s?
your.
I think Dairy Queen was there too.
Oh,
Was
Dairy
it?
Queen was there
Oh,
where
that's
the little
right. The buddy-
cook and smoke is
Yeah,
at.
That's where
whatever
Dunkin'
that is.
Donuts was too. Though.
Really?
Wow.
Same building.
Where?
Yeah, I remember where we haven't had a franchise where the Coke and Smoke's at on Markland. And Taco Bell just went in there. That's what we were talking about.
Wow.
No free ads. Hey us.
Let's talk about bleh.
Ugh.
Yeah, but I mean,
Calm down
it's
now.
like they putting coats out there, and then I saw they had a tree at the library downtown. Did you notice that? They were putting scarves and coats up there too,
Right.
for a while. But then like the weather would hit, and then it's like if somebody didn't get those immediately, they would get drenched and get all mildewy, and so they had to throw them out. So I had a friend of mine who volunteers there, and she said that's pretty much what ended up happening. If somebody didn't come up and get those shirts and coats and jackets and things, they just have to throw them away because
Oh, that's sad.
you know.
Well, maybe one of these days we can start something that we can, get some volunteers or get a little shelter
Right.
and a free or because a lot of people donate their stuff to.
Good. I'm gonna say it.
Go ahead.
Goodwill, and then they can afford commercials. There's a problem.
I don't like that. I don't.
Well, let me put it to you
Right.
like this, and I would sooner if I see somebody out on the street that looks like they're starving, I'd sooner just bring them something to eat.
Yeah.
I know, like some people go, oh, well, they're just gonna if I give them money, they're just gonna go get high. It's like, well, if you bring them a sandwich, they can't get high on a sandwich. They can fill
No,
their belly.
exactly.
Right.
So if that's a concern, then you just have to you have to choose your battles, so to speak. But I feel like if you're able to help out.
And the other day we I don't know, it was like, what was it, 15 below?
Yeah.
That was a regular temperature with 50 below wind chills, 45 below wind chills, whatever it was. And Wendy and I were coming, she was off work, I was off work, and we were driving down the road, and I saw a guy in a wheelchair, or not a wheelchair, but a walker with a seat on it, you know what I'm talking about?
Mhm.
And his wife had they had like jumpsuits on, like, what do they call it?
Like those
Like a
Carhartt.
Coveralls.
like a Carhartt zip up thing,
Coverall,
but a
yeah.
coverall, not like a bibs. But
Right.
they were sitting there freezing, man. I mean, just it was brutal out, and we were over by Adler's, and there's a stop right there. and I wasn't sure if the trolley was running because of the temperatures. I wasn't sure, but it's something that goes all the time. It never stops.
Do, yeah.
And which is good to know because
Well, it does on holidays, right?
it does stop on holidays. It does,
yeah.
but it runs every day of the week except for
Just Monday through Friday.
Monday through Friday.
Yeah.
So this was Wednesday, Thursday, and these people were sitting out there, and I was like, "Do you guys need a ride?" And they were like, "Yeah, we're waiting on the trolley. We've been waiting." And I was like, "How long have you been waiting?" And they were like, "About 30 minutes." And I was like,
Yeah, and this guy had
dangerous.
one of those.
"You're like a trach."
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
I felt bad for him. I was like, okay.
But we picked him up and we took him home, and you know,
I felt bad for him. It was freezing, and
that's the only reason I felt. You know, I feel for people that whatever, they have a house, they had a house to go to, and that's great. I'm
yeah,
glad.
and it wasn't that far from the trolley. I mean, if they'd been out there half an hour, I would think I would start walking. But anyway,
we're not-
he was cold. We're not judging.
He was
Get in the
cold.
car. We're
Get in the
taking
car.
him home.
We took him home.
Him and
I
her.
told him that. If they would have started walking, it could have warmed up.
A little bit. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
all right. I'm going to burn in hell for that one.
Yeah, you are. Wait a minute, you're already there, aren't you?
That's right.
Or like if you look at the way this, okay, like the homeless issue obviously is a thing, and
But-
it's gotten bigger here in Kokomo because if you rewind the clock back like 5 years, you didn't see people sitting out with signs. That was something you just like
Not
if you
here.
were- like if you went to Chicago, Indianapolis, Ohio.
Like,
big
big
more bigger
cities.
metropolitan areas, yeah, you have people hanging out. Like,
Roosevelt,
yeah,
You said yeah.
Alto.
Oak Brook or Oakford.
oh man.
Phew. Anyway,
But
you're right, man.
But all of a
It's
sudden,
becoming
it's
a
like-
huge problem.
because you see people standing out, and the weather will be nasty, and they don't care. They're just down there with their signs, and
We don't know, and that's the thing. A lot of people don't know. What
That's
they're
work
doing.
right there.
Yeah.
I mean,
yes and no. I mean, it's
probably not a job I would choose.
kind of weird though because sometimes if you come up and like I had a friend of mine, there was a guy that used to. I don't know. I guess you can call it panhandling. I guess that's a legal term for it.
No.
And like when I lived out in Indianapolis, they passed a no panhandling law. Like they said, you can't panhandle in the square in the downtown area. You're not
Yeah.
allowed to. Some people still do it anyway. You're not supposed to solicit. So I mean, you could be sitting there with a cup and look pathetic, and maybe somebody will just throw some in there. Here you go, buddy, or whatever. But
As long as you're not rattling and say,
yeah,
Or a sign.
I think
Exactly.
maybe there's something that they can't be within so many feet of
feed of
something going
certain
on.
things. Yeah.
yeah, like events.
Like if
and
you
whatnot.
see them at a football game downtown,
Mhm.
you usually see them on like the other side of the bridge.
Yes, before and then now I see them on every major exit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Keystone,
You see this every once in a
465 and
while.
High School Road.
Yeah.
I mean, you see them everywhere. It's not, and people come up to vehicles now. I don't know if you've been in Indianapolis and somebody comes
Oh,
up
yeah.
to your vehicle, and it's like, you don't know. But today it's 2019.
Just
It's
Given the crime rate,
just to ask for money.
ask for money,
They
whatever.
don't like perform anything, like wash your windows or.
I've had that too.
Yeah.
I
haven't
remember.
seen that in a
when I was
long
younger
time.
though.
Right.
We were in
Yeah.
Washington D.C. This is no joke, and
oh man,
my dad and I we had driven to D.C., rented a car when we got there. So, and don't ask me why, but we rented this car, and I remember being stopped at a stoplight. This is the 4th of July, in the nation's capital, and I'll be damned if this guy came up, sprayed the window, cleaned it off, and then asked for money while we were just sitting there, just like we were expected to pay
right?
for said services. I was like,
Did your dad pay?
I don't remember. I think I think Jan did. Jan. I don't think he cussed or anything like that. Some people, but it's a real problem. Like we've got a problem, and what do we do? I don't know what we do.
Well,
we're
Well, think of it like this. A lot of the churches now, they'll have the food pantries there.
Yep.
They do those around town. A lot of churches do that.
a lot of like the what is that called? The not commissioner, trustee's
Yeah,
office.
trustees
There's a
help
lot of
out.
help there. United Way.
Yeah.
No free ads. But
Good
Cam.
Carver Center,
Cam,
Cam House.
The Gilead House, I
Yeah,
think.
there's a newer place on. Oh, it's on I think Union and Monroe, Church of Goodness,
Really?
and they've been doing. They're getting had
I heard they
heating
have
rooms.
heating, warming shelters.
Yeah,
or what
so
they
if
call
you-
it.
you're out there and you.
Although we don't need a warming shelter today because it's almost 60 degrees outside.
Yeah.
Right, yes.
But they do
Gas
help
ain't
with a lot
getting
of stuff,
Yes.
food and shelter and clothing and things. And I know the people that run it, and they saw that there was an issue in Kokomo, so they decided to step up. And I'm glad that they are, and I'm hoping like people will contribute to these types of charities and things. And like you were saying, local. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's not just a problem here; it's a problem everywhere. But sometimes like what's the old saying? Like charity begins at home.
Yeah, oh
You
yeah.
have to kind of like take care of your neighborhood.
Well, we
your
take care of
turf.
our own, right? Like,
Yeah,
we should
that's-
take care of our own, and that's how I look at it. That's like when we have major like disasters in the world,
Mhm.
or in the United States,
Or in Kokomo.
or in Kokomo. For instance, tornadoes. I mean, everybody knows about that.
Oh yeah.
The outpour to the community was unbelievable, right? So, but on the other hand, we ship overseas a lot of money and food and water,
Mhm.
and we build shelters and we do, but we're just as much need here
Absolutely.
as they are there.
Right.
So if we took care of our own first, then we could figure out another way to take care of others later, or at the same time. But that's just me going off on a little tangent.
I mean,
there.
No, that's
There's-
right. We got to keep care locally first, and once we are taken care of locally, then we take care of outside. And
I mean,
that's-
I like to
that's
buy
city,
local if I
state.
can, but hell, there's no
There's
local
a
left.
few. That's
I mean, there's a
it.
few,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
there's not a lot of local left.
right.
We lost a lot of mom and pop stores, the
Right,
small
right.
grocery stores, and
Mhm.
But you
And-
still have like the farmers market and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You can,
yeah. But I mean,
But it's not like
it's
a
not
total,
like it was when I was
yeah.
younger.
Maybe,
I mean,
yeah, back in the day.
I'm the youngest here
Yeah.
by a couple years, and then
I'm 21.
he's 21.
68.
He's 68. Wendy is
15.
15,
Yeah, so,
and I am a 10-year-old. I look like a 10-year-old when I shave. But
Hey,
anyway,
when you wear your hat backwards.
oh, I do wear my hat backwards a lot. Sorry, Jimmy.
No, I'm doing it too. Man.
Okay, well, yeah.
I just want to fit in.
Over the top.
What do I gotta
Over
do?
the top.
Stallone.
Ooh.
You remember he used to
Oh,
do
yeah.
that? When shit was about to get serious, he was going to go.
He was going to throw that. He threw that bitch back,
Yeah.
didn't he?
Turn the hat back and go.
Trucker's
So
hat.
support your local charities, support your local organizations. We joke around about We Care and all this other stuff, but those guys do great in this community. We got not just Jimmy Shaw, but the 685. They do the veterans community. Then we have the women's committees at all the places around here. We've got a lot of local stuff that needs to stay local and needs to be contributed to locally, because we have a major problem, just like everybody else has a major problem. And once again, if we take care of our own, I think the problems work themselves out.
Sure.
So that being said,
And I think that being a mayor thing coming up, I think that's going to be big change to Kokomo, and hopefully
and I think I mentioned this,
even better.
I think I mentioned that last week. Is this might be the hottest mayoral race ever in the city of Kokomo? Like,
I mean,
it
like
might
people may turn up dead in this one. They're like in an alley.
in an alley.
It's
Somebody
getting
might
there.
lose. Somebody might lose an
But
arm.
honestly, the two guys that are running,
And there's a girl running.
well, I
too.
know, but the two guys got to be the most sweetest guys I've ever met. I mean, just out in public, whatever. But I think it's going to be a good race.
Yeah, and I think they both have all of our, all three of them. I don't know, what's her name? Is it Abby?
Yeah.
Abby Smith.
There's
Yeah,
a-
I don't know her. I do know Kevin, and I do know Tyler, and
There was an older gentleman that,
it's running too. isn't he?
yeah.
And
mhm,
I don't know.
don't
his
know.
name.
Older than Kevin?
Yeah,
Oh, Kevin, we're just kidding. No, not really.
We love
Anyway,
you, Kevin.
But I think this is going to be a good administration change. I think it's something that we need in Kokomo. I might be speaking for myself. But I'm not a real big politics guy, so I don't really like to, you know what I'm saying, get it out there. But it's
But
gonna
this
be a
is
good time.
home right here.
Yeah, this is home.
We're going to fix it.
And we want these guys to, these people, to have our best interest as they do their own. I mean, You know what I'm saying? Like, you got it. You got to take care of your own. So we are at a lull right now. We're getting ready for the Super Bowl.
That's
What is
right.
it? The
That's
Superb.
The Superb Owl. Superb Owl.
So who's gonna win? Who's gonna win, Jimmy Shaw?
Oh man, I'm telling you.
Are you going on
Rams-
record right now?
I'm going on record. It's going to be the Rams, Super Bowl champions.
Really?
Yeah.
I
You think
so
so?
want it to be the Rams and not the
Oh,
Patriots.
it's going to be.
Can I just tell you, I really want it to be the Rams.
But
Patriots aren't going to win. You know what's going to happen?
What? They're gonna resurrect Aaron Hernandez from the grave?
Oh, you just
And put him
watched
out
that
there.
last night.
Oh, I know, but I mean, you know,
Yeah.
you're killing it.
yeah, he was killed.
I just think a certain quarterback's going to get injured tonight.
Oh yeah. Is this wishful thinking or a prediction?
I just feel it.
Feel it?
I think it might be part of the hangover, but
He's
I
40
feel
some
it.
years. He's 40 some years old.
He's
and
gonna get
it's
injured tonight.
better now than he was when he came in the league. So I'm not sure about that. I'm just gonna doubt. It's
I'm
gonna
not,
be a
I
good
don't.
one.
I don't doubt that he's a great quarterback. I just.
He's going to choke
I'm
tonight.
I'm
You
over
think so?
it. I'm over the
No.
Patriots.
No, but the Rams are going to win.
Let's go
He might not
Rams.
choke. It might be a good game. It might be.
I think he's gonna get injured.
What do you
Now,
think?
the biggest winner is going to be the advertisers.
Oh,
Yeah, those
It's
are
like-
always good.
I mean, you think about it. There's some people that aren't into sports at all, and they watch for the commercials, which I think is hilarious.
Is that you?
Every now and again, yeah.
Are you a sports fan though?
Not really. I'm not a sporty at all. I don't mind going to the parties and socializing, but I care less who wins. I don't have a dog in the race. I don't keep up with it. But it's one of those things. If I'm going to watch sports, I would watch when you get to your playoffs and your final stuff, like the big
Right.
finale.
Oh,
So this is
you're
like
you're the bandwagon kind of one.
Not in
Are
a bad
you
way.
rooting? Are you rooting for somebody?
No, not
Or you're
really.
just
No,
watching.
watching.
No,
Okay.
actually, you know what's funny?
It's not a
I'm
bandwagon
gonna
thing.
tell you this. I'm gonna lay it out here. I'm a geek. I love to see some of the movie trailers and stuff. And I know all these people have been foaming at the mouth online. I've been seeing all these comments. And all
tell
these
us about this,
nitwits
Phil.
on YouTube going, yes, well, there's some leaked information regards to the Avengers Endgame. We can't post the actual the proof, but we've got a guy here that we spoke with who's pretty reliable in regards to these sort of things. And he said that Captain America, this, and Ant-Man, and blah, blah. And you're just like, this is not really relevant. Like, you're saying that this may or may not be true. It's like I can go on and I can predict the weather and not look out the door and go, this may or may not be true.
And you'll get paid for it.
Right.
Handsomely.
And these guys are getting all these millions of hits, thousands of hits, because,
And they're getting paid.
yeah, because they just go in there and it's all speculation.
Maybe
So
that's
some
what
of
we
it-
should do.
That's
I
exactly-
heard that Captain America, who is a known communist, yeah,
We knew that, yeah.
If you follow the comics, he is. He's back. He's been working for Hydra the whole time. Yeah, it's coming
That was
out.
the
and
fake cap, though.
It's coming in the end game. They don't know that part. They're just paying
Okay. All right, yeah, so
So listen to Jimmy Shaw
Yeah.
for all your information on
evil cap, yeah.
Yeah, evil cap. So
You know, I was never into comic books or any kind of like I like watching the Avengers movies and I like that stuff. I enjoy it. My son likes it. You know, the younger crowd really likes it. And then as you get older, there's people that are dedicated, and that's great because it's awesome. Because my little nephew, he's not little, but he's 20-something, 22. He's into all that stuff. Like
Yeah.
he loves it, and it's great because that stuff has those forms of entertainment have kept a lot of kids out of trouble for many, and now Marvel and DC and all those guys are killing it, like killing it. I mean, money wise.
If you look at comic books like as an art form and you look at it as modern
Unbelievable.
mythology, it's like they're all morality plays.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like the whole thing with like with Spider-Man, with great power must also come great responsibility, and it's like, you know, for every kid who was just thinking it's cool to see him web swing and beat up Doc or Octopus or whoever, you know, they're getting to hear these little these kind of things that even parents might say, but just in a different way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, hey, this guy's got an aunt he looks after, and she looks after him, and he's
There's a lesson.
there's always going to be that. It's never just mindless, just beating the piss out of one another. I mean,
but that part's good too.
yeah, I mean, it's
love
entertaining. I
I love a
mean,
good.
when they had Captain
Absolutely.
America: Civil War, it's like you had the heroes just beating the crap out of each other because they were all like had a big philosophical debate, and it's
And they
just,
threw then they throw Deadpool in there. That was hilarious. Like
right.
serious hilarity with a little bit of everything else, and I like
Breaking
that
the
too.
fourth wall.
Yeah, I loved
Yeah.
it. I loved it.
Well, I think it was the end of the first one where they had him dressed like Ferris Bueller with the house coat.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
You're still here? What are you doing? Like
Yeah.
Ryan
It
Reynolds.
was great stuff.
He's
So-
a pretty funny actor. I mean,
He is, but then I seen a movie that came out in between the Deadpools, and he played the same character. I mean, I couldn't stop seeing
You couldn't stop seeing Deadpool.
Wade Wilson.
Yeah.
yeah.
Is
so
that right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And he was talking like it, and so it was like, oh, dude, because he's better than that, I think.
Yeah.
But if that's what maybe that's what they wanted. They wanted him to do that.
I don't know.
But there's some actors that just have a certain way that they act, and you just kind of go, all right, well, this guy's a leading man. We need a leading male for this role. And it's like, what would be good? George Clooney would work. Okay, yeah. And George Clooney has that certain kind of voice, and he kind of does that thing that cocks his head, and just
Right.
he can do the sensitive stuff, but he can do the tough guy shit. And he can,
Sam Jackson, same
You know,
way.
yeah,
You just
like-
say-
Samuel
you
Jackson,
need
yes.
someone to say a black guy to say fuck a lot.
yeah.
Then
Sam
we're to hire
Jackson's
him.
the guy,
right.
It's the truth.
and he was in everything, man. It's like,
Yeah, he's been.
And the funny part,
Morgan
about
Freeman. It was a long night. Like he would.
Yeah, he's
The
great.
Samuel L. Jackson thing is awesome because Coop, I got him started in on the Star Wars and superhero movies as early as I can remember for him. But one time I had to explain to him why Mace Windu was in the Avengers. So that's when I was like, "Wow!" Because when they're little, those people are the real people.
Yeah.
Nick Fury is Nick Fury. He ain't Mace Windu. He's Nick Fury.
Right.
But it was funny that I had to,
I had to explain to
I
him.
had to
like,
set him down at a young age and say, "Look, man."
that kid that played Anakin Skywalker in the.
Was it Phantom Menace? Was that the one?
Yes, the first
Yeah.
one that
The
was
first
the newest
prequel?
one. Yeah, the
Yeah.
first prequel. He was from Carmel.
Was Jake Weber or something like that?
Jake Weber, yeah,
Was
but I
he
think he's in
really?
jail now.
Really?
He,
Oh,
yeah, I guess he.
Yeah, he was a Carmel. He was from Carmel. He went to high school with my cousins
Mm-hmm.
at like Pike High School, and then another one. And like maybe I don't hold me to that, but I know that my cousin knew him via that, and then he ended up just not being
Back in Carmel.
Anakin. Yeah.
Yeah, some people
In his
just,
mother's house.
they do. They'll go do their thing and then bow out. And I think at least you got to do it.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
there's other people. Think of the number of people that move out to L.A. every day. Going,
Trying.
I'm gonna be a star. I'm gonna be famous, and it's like, nah,
Yeah.
you're gonna get turned out. That's
Jake
gonna happen.
Lloyd. So,
Jake Lloyd, I stand
Jake
corrected.
Lloyd.
I'm getting on the old trusty Wikipedia here.
All right.
You guys donate to them guys so they quit putting that shit on my screen. He was born in '89, man. His residence was Indianapolis, Indiana.
Okay.
But I mean, that could be
Yeah, anywhere.
Caramel.
Caramel.
Uh,
But yes, so like I said, my cousins went to high school with him, and
looks like he
did
was
that.
born in Colorado.
Oh, really? Wikipedia, folks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Trusty.
So now I'm gonna find out if he's in jail. I'm looking him up on mugshots.com. No, I'm just kidding. Indiana mugshots.
Kokomo, Howard County mugshots. What is it?
man.
Mugshots.org?
There was a Kokomo mugshots, and there's another site, arrests.org.
Yeah.
Arrest
I always
on-
just
Yeah,
go
you
to
can go by
Kokomo.
state, and you can.
Really?
Yeah,
It's a good time.
it's funny. There was a.
What do you got? What do you got a menu over there for?
I'm a little hungry.
You hungry?
I'm gonna be ordering too.
I thought Kelly Malkanowski was having food down here.
She made some goulash or whatever you call it, but I'm gonna get something else. I mean, I'm gonna eat that
I
too.
want some
What are you
wings,
talking
though.
about?
Yeah, I want wings too.
Do you?
That sounds good, yeah.
Diagnosed
Okay.
with schizophrenia. Let's read this one.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I think he had some mental problems.
I mean, when you are told you are the chosen one as a kid, and the next thing you know, you still gotta do fucking math. Bullshit.
Hey, you gotta do chores and shit.
Yeah,
Like you gotta
no.
clean the house.
I'm the chosen one.
No, they told me in this script that I was the fucking chosen one.
He's trying to use the force choke out his teachers. He's like,
Yes.
you can't stop me. Why is this not working?
He goes up there with a gnarly like rat tail. It's like
Yeah.
a little rat tail he has.
The little
and a
Jedi
little
mullet
Jedi
thing.
mullet.
Man, there was a guy I saw that used to come to the bar, and he was bald, and he had like the braid, like one single braid in the back.
I love it, dude.
I almost want to ask him, like, you Jedi? Like,
He is. He probably is.
I wasn't sure. I don't think he'd even get the reference. He'd be like, no, I'm a Christian. Like, oh,
Doing the Lord's work.
this is mullet for Jesus.
All I'm getting is he's his parents settled in Carmel. He's living in California, and he goes by a different name because he don't want to know. So he's trying to avoid any connection with Hollywood and Anakin. So he don't want to go by Jake Lloyd anymore. He's happy to introduce himself as Jake Broadbent to avoid any fandom from his former Star Wars fame.
Wow.
But
And you know, a lot of people do that. It's weird how that happened. Like, stardom isn't for everyone, you know. Comedy isn't for everyone.
like me,
Like-
it's just not for me.
It's not for him. He's still working. So
Yeah, I'm still, but
You know, it's crazy. The other day, this picture came in my newsfeed on Facebook, and it was one of my first paying gigs doing stand-up. It was the Bungalow Bar in Logansport.
the bungalow.
Yeah, I don't even know if it's still around or not.
I think it is.
But I remember when I first went up to that place,
Were you scared?
I wasn't so much scared. I was just kind of going, man, I might have to deal with hecklers. Because sometimes, if you go someplace where you're, like, because it said, when I'm walking up, they had, the windows were painted, and on the window it said blue collar redneck bar, and I'm like, I'm so not that target demographic.
Yeah, no, you're not in that
Man, they're
demo.
gonna,
You're gonna roast me.
and so I was like, well, I guess I better do some, like, I went in and I just thought, like, if it's blue collar redneck, I'm like, I could kind of, like, throw some things out they would dig on, and I made some joke about the wall even before it was like as big of an issue, and I was doing a voice. I did a country voice, and nobody got offended. They were laughing,
That's good.
And I was just like, you don't need no damn wall. All you gotta do is put some landmines out there, some bitch. Let nature take its course. And like the crowd was just dying, man. I was just like, wow.
You're like, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, good, because the more they're laughing at that shit, the more they're not going to be like, freaking out about me. I was like the only black dude
The only black
on
dude
premises. I'm like,
Hey,
man.
the county.
You were probably the only. Yeah, I was going to say you were the only black
Right.
dude in like the county at the time.
right.
Right.
But yeah, like it was a fun gig though. I mean,
Within 30
I had a
miles
blast.
of Sandbar.
One of the other comedians I worked with, like Richard Thompson, he was just.
Well, I thought you were going to say Richard Pryor. I'm like,
I wish
what
I'd worked with
the
Richard
fuck?
Pryor, but, I could make up a story that I worked with Richard Pryor, but it didn't actually happen.
what were we? What were we going to?
Fire.
What we were talking about before the podcast started? Strip clubs.
The strip club.
Yeah, strip club stories, huh?
Oh God.
What do you got?
Yeah.
What do you got for us, Lenny?
Okay, so a friend of mine got
This
me.
this is a
DJ.
trigger warning.
Oh boy.
You might want to. You might not want to listen to this part.
put your headphones on if the children are nearby.
Yes.
Hurry up. Get
So
your
I was
headphones.
DJing. Yeah, I know, right? Go do it right now.
Right now, we're
now.
giving you time.
Earmuffs.
I was DJing at one club, and then there was another club on the other side of town, and the guy who got me my gig, he was the other DJ, and so we would talk periodically, and a lot of times after the bar, we'd all meet some late night restaurant, like Waffle House or something, and just sit and shoot the breeze and talk about crazy stuff that happened.
No longer exists, by the way.
Oh yeah, so
Either does Denny's.
yeah, we got a handful of late night places now, but not like we used to. I mean, there used to be a lot of greasy spoons you could
Howard's. Remember Howard's?
Howard's restaurant.
go. Oh
Restaurant.
man,
Restaurant.
I think it's a nail salon now.
yeah,
With the fancy limestone facade.
right.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Storybook Express.
Yeah, it's like that same guy. It's like
I'm gonna throw
that
spoons.
same
on
design. He goes, "No, this is gonna be great. It looks like a gingerbread house." Like, I'm not
Like a
selling gingerbread,
It's a
man.
gingerbread house on acid.
Right.
Like
It's all
Dr. Seuss.
asymmetrical
Dr.
and
Seuss.
weird.
Hey,
Like
he
he
has
just
the same
dropped
birthday.
acid and was like, "This is gonna work."
Same birthday.
So one night, the club,
You and Dr. Seuss.
there was
Genius. You're right.
there was a they clean up the bar afterwards, and the bartender goes around dumping out the ashtrays. Well, this is before the smoking ban,
Oh,
because this happened. God, this would have been around 2012, 2013, I think.
yeah, that's definitely before the
Yeah,
smoking
so
ban.
it's like the smoking ban came along in 2017, like in July. So, so anyway, bartender, she's going around emptying out the ashtrays in the trash can and whatnot, and she goes to one table and she looks at this ashtray and she's like starts to dump it out and realizes this thick, gooey liquid,
Viscous.
this thick viscous fluid is just oozing out of the ashtray, and she's like, "Oh my god, what is that?" And she smells it.
Ooh.
Why would she smell it?
I know it's
gross.
Throw the ashtray in the trash. It'd be
right.
done.
That's what she ended up doing, because at first she was like, "Well, I could wash this out." I was like, "Don't wash it out. Just throw that away." You
You
don't want
say
to
it
keep.
smelled like bleach.
Apparently, it smelled like oysters, but anyway. So somebody had filled an ashtray with man chowder,
Oh.
which is pretty foul.
Yeah.
But then I'm sitting there thinking, what led up to that? Was that like some guy getting a banana massage, in a sea, or was he doing that himself?
Or did somebody take a transaction
Right.
via
Did it just discharge and that's where it landed?
Right. Was
via
he
the Oral Express?
Right. You never know. Like somebody playing Game of Throats in the bar. You don't know. You don't know. I mean,
Game
'cause-
of Throats.
Was she a spitter? That's
Right,
She
'cause-
was obviously a spitter if that's how it happened.
Yeah. I mean, he might have been one of those guys, he's premature ejaculator. He's sitting there and he's all tuned up looking at the girls. He doesn't have to go up and tip because he's already like, oh boy. He's like, I don't want to stain my slacks. And he just grabbed that ashtray real quick and.
And that was here in town?
Yeah, that was here
Yeah.
down on the north end. Yeah.
Waste of Kokomo.
Yeah. And, but yeah, it was just. She threw the ashtray away. I was just like, yeah, that's like a biohazard. You don't want to keep that around.
Right.
Did she have gloves on?
I don't think she did, which is even worse.
Oh man.
So she's like handling like strange man chowder.
I think everybody,
An ashtray.
everybody today at our podcast table is. Everybody looks like they need sleep. They need some kind of something in their
I went out
lives.
hard this weekend.
He went hard. He did go hard.
Well, Lenny said he wasn't getting up.
Hey,
was
wait a
that
minute.
you?
That's why he went to
Give
the strip
group
club.
messages.
He goes and looks for ashtrays all the time.
Great.
Ashtrays.
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 No, but there was it's kind of funny, like the whole smoking ban. Like when that happened, man. You remember everybody was like, "Bar's gonna close. All the bars gonna close down." I'm like, no.
You're
There's
gonna
an
triple your
outside.
crowd.
You still because people still want to get drunk
Yep.
because they still have to go to work.
It's
and
never
have-
gonna go
and stress
away.
out. Yeah,
Smokers are freaking hardcore, man.
it's just you had the sub-zero temperatures. There were guys outside they just kept on smoking. They didn't know when to inhale or because they kept exhaling. They're like,
They have people passing out
Right.
all over the place.
I remember, forever there was just smoking everywhere growing up. I mean,
I remember it in restaurants.
you get in the mall.
I mean,
Yeah.
being filled with a smoke-filled car driving down the road. You know?
I remember
That
when
was the
Wendy's was the first. I think they built that wing on the side of the one on Dixon for smoking.
Yes.
Yeah.
Smokers.
I remember
had to
that.
Oh
Ashtrays
yeah,
being
that's
in all the
weird.
restaurants.
That's the weirdest thing because it's like a smoking and a non-smoking section. It's all over.
What's it called used to be that way? Outback was a smoking. You could smoke in the bar, I think,
Oh,
but
but
it was
not in the
open, right?
restaurant.
So it's open.
Well,
Yeah.
like Cracker Barrel, that's how when they opened that back, like you walk into the mall, and then you go past the fireplace, you go into the restaurant
All the way to the
part,
back.
past the fireplace.
The north part of the building.
Yeah, the north part of the building. That was the smoking section, and the only thing that separated that from the non-smoking bigger area was the lattice or whatever.
lattice.
With pictures.
It's like this bar.
With guitars hanging on it
Yes,
and
and
Banjos,
Sickles
and
and
Americana hanging on the
Americana. A lot of
You ever look around in there and think, God, somebody was crazy. They could just pick something off the wall and stab you with it,
Yeah.
or
No, I never
I didn't
thought
know
about
that.
it.
You've
pretty
never
Not
really.
one
I mean, there's
time.
all kinds of. I don't remember.
There's an
what
ice
song-
skate. Bam!
Right to the jugular.
Oh, here's an old hockey stick.
Yeah.
This rusty Civil War cutlass. In the case of a zombie apocalypse, go to a
Go to a Cracker Barrel. You get
Plenty of weapons.
sugar cured ham,
Yeah.
That's right.
and
You
you'll have
get
weaponry.
you
Yeah.
get grandmama's special. It's not on the menu.
Grandmama special.
Grandmom's special or grandmother's special. I don't remember what it is, but it's
Nasty. And
no, it's
bland.
I've
awesome.
never heard of it.
It's awesome.
Their gravy there.
Everything in that place is bland.
They do have good fish, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fished
Yeah.
Friday. That was about
Fish
the
Friday's
one
good.
That was good.
It is
they couldn't
good.
fuck up.
killed it.
My ex-wife, that was her place. So, being a married guy, you gotta give. So, and every time I went in that place, it didn't matter what I ordered, they fucked it up. They fucked it up. And
It's kind of like McDonald's.
I tried to order like a burger. All right, I want a burger. I want this, and this on it. No mayonnaise.
Oh, man.
And then my ex would get tired of hearing me bitch. So could you write no mayonnaise on there like 6 times? And I'm like, yeah, I will. And then I come back and there's fucking mayonnaise on there. Every time.
I think they did it all.
Did you just want to
Or
just
was
get
it-
up and leave?
It could've
There
been
was
ma-
times where I'd say, and she'd hate it. I was like, no, just take it back. I don't want. And then, we'll fix it for you. No, I don't want it. I don't. And I just sit there and watch everybody eat, and I was okay with that.
It could have been man chowder.
Yeah.
Could've been-
Like, dump
That's
it
why I
out
didn't
the
want to come
ashtray.
back.
No, never, ever.
I thought I said no mayonnaise. That's not
Not
mayonnaise.
sir. Sir, we worked on that one hard. 30 seconds in the back. It was
Oh.
We had to shake vigorously.
yes, vigorously and
Before
It's like, well, we had mayonnaise, but I thought you said man.
mayonnaise.
It's like, oh, man.
Man glaze.
Oh.
So we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna watch the Super Bowl tonight. We might do a little bit of Facebook Live, maybe a little
Yeah,
commentary
yeah.
on there, and of course, you're not gonna get to see this, hear this, whatever, until after the fact. But we do have, I think we have some guests that we're gonna get down here in the next couple of weeks. I think. The Bearded Bastards were on last week, which was a really, really good time. They are a group of guys that need a lot of help,
They need a lot of attention
a
too.
lot of attention, and
Stroke their beards.
stroke
if you
their
see 'em.
beards or egos.
That is the same thing. Their beard is their ego.
Because if you have a beard, you can do whatever the hell you want.
Do it.
Yeah.
That's what I hear.
That's
And
That's what they were
they said.
saying.
And I got in.
yeah, you got manned in, didn't
I
you?
got in, and all I
Yeah.
got is this like little flavor saver going.
Yeah, and I didn't even get manned in. That's bullshit.
Yeah,
Look
look
at
at that poor,
Mark.
who was a guy running, like they had Mark running around with him. He's been trying to be a bearded bastard for 2 years.
Yeah, and he's never gonna get in if he keeps lipping.
Right.
Keeps that fucking attitude up. He's done.
That's right. And then he had the opportunity to at karaoke last week. We went to see Lenny,
Lenny, yes.
and we all did karaoke. We all got him did a song. But Mark, we talked about on the podcast where he had to do Rhinestone Cowboy.
He did.
Right.
He killed it.
But the thing was, he was supposed to say Bearded Bastard instead of Rhinestone Cowboy.
He forgot.
And
They
they
revoked it. They didn't
Yeah.
allow him in. That's
Yeah,
right.
So he's
He was sweating. I'm not bullshitting you. When he
So
came down
nervous.
after singing that song, there were 7 people in the bar. 7.
Seven.
Not including the 2 or 3
Staff, yeah.
Staff. And Lenny. He sat down next to me, and I mean, it was just pouring down his neck. I'm like, dude, you really are sweating. He goes, man, I'm nervous as hell. I said, what? There's no one in here. I
Right.
mean, who the hell are you here to impress? You can do whatever you want. You could strip naked. They wouldn't care.
Do you see that pool table? You don't have to impress
Oh,
nobody.
you don't.
I did not see that until I saw the picture.
I asked Jimmy.
looked
I
like a
think I
crime
asked Jimmy.
scene.
I said, "What the hell is this on there?" Yeah, it looks like
Looks like blood
a bloody crime scene. Not quite sure what that was
or shit.
or shit. It could have been shit and blood.
It could have been.
There could have been
Probably been a
a.
fight. Probably been a
They
good
probably,
fight. in
someone
there.
probably had a baby on it. I don't know.
Oh, God.
Oh, they
Sex.
made a baby.
Yeah, they conceived on
They
that pool
conceived on that
table.
pool table. Hey, hey Jim. Hey Jim. I'm gonna get right up here on this pool table. right? And I'm on my periods. So, and I got a shit, too. So, but I want you to fuck me from behinds. Yes, I said fuck me from behinds. Oh, wait a minute.
Let me take my tobacco out.
And she shit all over the pool table. So go to the Facebook page and check out that picture because it is very... What I think Jimmy put on there, guess where I'm at.
Yes, I did. I put it on not necessarily Kokomo News. I said, if you can guess where I'm at, you get 2 free tickets to the comedy show. And like the first person I read was like, bam! And so I said, message me, and I told her that I'll get her on the list. But then a girl that I know said, hey, my answer was right, and it was 16 seconds before hers.
Wow.
I said, come to the show, too. So,
Wow, so you invited 2 people.
yeah.
So that's they're gonna fuck.
You know,
That's 7 more people that are gonna be there.
we're gonna make
Wow.
memes out of that.
Could be.
We should.
Picture that
Oh
pool
my
table.
god, we should.
Oh, yeah.
That's
We have a
big.
meme contest on the Waste of Kokomo page.
Yeah, there you
Name
go.
Is there really?
No, we
There-
can.
We
Let's
could
do
one.
it.
Yeah.
Let's do
Start
it.
now. How long are we gonna let it run?
Let's let it ride for like a month.
Yeah.
Okay.
A month, of, like 30 days of memes. I'm sure people are gonna piss themselves laughing when they go on the page.
That's awesome. Let's
It's a
do
lot
that.
of fun
Yeah.
stuff. Like
So the waste, or is it the waste, or we want to do it on the not necessarily news Kokomo?
No, we'll do it on
Waste
Waste
of
and
Kokomo?
we'll share it.
All right,
everywhere.
starting now, which is today's February
We're
3rd,
branding.
2019.
We're branding.
Yeah, the Waste of Kokomo page. Let's we'll post the picture of the pool table, right? And we want your best memes,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Are we going to decide it, or are we going to narrow it down and then let...
I think that's what we'll do. We'll judge. We'll narrow down. We as a group.
And we'll talk
this
about it on
guys.
the podcast.
And
Yeah,
we'll and then we'll talk about it on the podcast because I think that's a great idea.
That'd be fun.
Unless, like, nobody makes any memes, and then we're just, like, sitting around here talking like we are now.
right.
Well, I mean, hell, I could probably make a meme out of it. 'Cause
Yeah?
I like
Do it.
doing
Are you gonna
memes.
draw like pictures on it? Like
I mean, I could.
You do whatever you want. It's your meme,
it's a meme.
baby.
Your
Yeah,
meme.
I mean, it's-
your meme. Your
go for it,
business. Right.
There's some of this it's not necessarily Kokomo News.
Yeah.
Oh God, those memes, man. They crack me up.
Yeah, some of those aren't all me. Those aren't all me. I have help on there. Right now it's just me and another guy, and he's pretty
Brutal.
brutal to the Kokomos. But you know,
Are you looking up
Worker
right
passes time while Buddy holds you back with a stop sign.
oh, I don't know this.
Road
Oh
construction.
yeah.
Oh man! Actually, go to some of the pictures, see
Okay.
some of the stuff because this shit's funny. Like,
I like on the photos. Kevin's, oh my god. Dr. Phil.
Yes. You haven't seen that? Are you
No.
not liking that page? That page.
No,
is
I
awesome.
no, I check it out, but I
Right,
got
I
a million
know.
things going on.
Oh, trust me, I know.
it's my news feed.
So there, he just laughed at one of the memes on there was a news article when Kevin Summers announced his mayoral bid.
Who smelled schmitzel?
That was mine.
Was that you?
So was the Kevin Summers one.
Oh wow, that was a great one.
But Kevin Summers' picture was Dr. Phil. And then you can read that one.
This looks like some kid that
Oh,
goes is in a
read
apprenticeship
that-
school.
read that
That
one.
was not mine. That
Eats
was
dinner at the local
That's the
mission,
scumbag Steve
complains
memes.
about food to
Is that what
manager
that guy's
and demands
name
a
is?
refund.
Yeah, the picture of the guy with the bat, like there's the picture is a guy. He's got like a fur coat, like a wigger dude with the ball cap twisted to back.
a wigger.
Yeah.
Not a culture vulture?
Oh,
Ooh, culture vulture.
Thank you. He's a
That's a throwback from a couple weeks ago.
Culture vulture. All right. But he's a culture vulture, and I guess the guy he got famous. Like he was on TV. Well, he was on Tosh.0, and he was like, I'm not even really a scumbag or nothing. I'm just a guy trying to get a rap career going. And I'm like, okay, you know.
Oh, man.
I'm gonna make a meme of Lenny right now.
So
while
I
we
was
talk.
looking for that guy when there was another meme that went up today that I kind of wanted that.
Scumbag Steve.
Yeah, but I used this other one that
That was funny.
was a culture
That
vulture
was-
one.
I love a good
Yeah.
culture vulture because you guys kill me with those. I don't know how to do
I did
memes.
one. I was making fun of that.
Is there a meme maker?
There's a meme app.
Yeah, if you could like,
yeah,
there's
yeah.
meme generators and stuff. If you just
Are they
Google it.
My favorite one.
Yeah, they're all
is-
free. And some of them you can upload your own pictures.
Can I get it in like the App Store? Is that right?
Yeah, the one I really like is Mematic. And you can do different styles of memes on it. There's like a freestyle, a top caption, bottom caption, or you can do the one where like there's white over the top. You can do like the traditional one where there's like Mematic. You got it? You can make e-cards, and then you can do the news article one. That one's on there. The news.
Oh, I love those. I love those cards too. Those like
It looks like a news story.
I was gonna.
No, the e-cards.
Yeah.
E-cards.
Those e-cards are awesome.
E-cards are
just
just
funny. They're just so funny.
People stolen tweets that.
Oh, I know, but a lot of them like it's like.
Oh, did you hear about? There's a company that actually
They print those.
They steal memes. There's actually a company called Fuck Jerry.
Oh, you know what?
Have you heard about
guy?
that?
Listen, I was watching a.
I'm not even kidding. It's called Fuck Jerry.
Oh my god!
And
I was watching a documentary about the Fire Festival.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about? The Fire Festival that Ja Rule and that one dude.
Yeah, about a year or so ago they tried to do.
They tried to do it. Flew all these people to this island and had nothing for them. Like they paid thousands of dollars to get here. And you already have it. Okay, sweet. All right. Well, we're gonna rock that one.
Mematic, baby.
Yeah. So here we go. Meme. Yeah.
So
Fuck Jerry was on that one.
Yeah.
If I watermark my memes now, you can usually see the Jimmy Shaw skull across Mike's thing on it, and I'll even put it on there sometimes and make it real light in the background so that if someone's, because some people will try to crop them out to try to.
Yeah.
So you will see a lot of people. They'll put like their @names. You'll see
At whatever.
420s, 65s. You know.
Yeah. Right.
Some on the
So we'll
memes.
put like at Wasted Kokomo or something like that. We want
You take that picture. That's for the podcast. You take the picture of. Okay, there's another app called.
What do I do?
There's another app called Juxtaposer.
Juxta.
Or you can take your own picture.
Yeah, but Juxtaposer, you take your meme, you put it on there, and then you take another picture, and you can stick it on there, and you can put the Wasted Kokomo logo right on it.
So Juxta.
Poser.
JUX.
Yeah, let me see here.
Oh, there it is.
Got it.
Got it. Getting it. Oh, wait, no, that's CVS. no, they did CVS. Oh, it's $2.99.
Oh yeah, it may, but that one's worth it because you can actually cut people's like trace around their heads.
Oh, wow, yeah.
That's how the
Like
Kroger.
this little guy, like their ad is a construction worker, right? And he's on a bar of chocolate, like getting it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah.
Stupid, but whatever.
But yeah, like the Kroger meme that was on not necessarily Kokomo News with John Candy.
Hey
guys. I did that on Juxtaposer and Mematic. I did them on both. So.
All right. Well, we're gonna hopefully we'll get paid to hype up these.
Fuck Jerry though. He's
Fuck
still
Jerry.
our shit.
Yeah, like I had the only reason I even heard of Fuck Jerry is because what's that comedian Gwen Sunkel? Gwen Sunkel had a post about it talking about
awesome.
Fuck Jerry and how that guy's pretty much like a scumbag, you know. So I had to of course look it up, and I saw the trailer for it and that documentary about it, and I thought, man, that is crazy.
I'm gonna check that out. I'm getting ready to watch the documentary No No. Have you ever heard of that? That's Doc Ellis when he threw the no-hitter on acid.
Really?
In Major League Baseball. You haven't heard about this?
No.
Yes. So.
Is it on Netflix?
Yep. No, it's on YouTube. That's where because it's not on Netflix.
We'll
I
watch
looked
it
at it for
tonight.
a while, and I got it up on my laptop, and that's going to be my thing. But I've been meaning to watch it forever, and I was like going through the notes on my phone. And
I mean, like we were talking about Strawberry and Doc Gooden and those guys, like blazed out of their mind, coked out of their mind, banging hookers in the locker room in between innings and doing rails of cocaine. I mean, seriously, this is no joke shit. Like they're not the only ones. There were people that were drunk, that had to have a few drinks to go out and.
This dude didn't know that he was going on. Him and his girlfriend doing some
Dropped
acid.
some acid. Threw a no-hitter.
Doing no-hitter, and he was they interview him on it. He's talking. He's like, I wasn't even seeing the batters. I was just
Just
but
throwing it up
and they're showing footage of the game. I mean, if someone hit the ball to the second baseman or the first baseman, and he ran over to first and played it out. It wasn't like he just stood on
So
the
he
mound.
was outside of his.
Wow.
It was like a out of body experience. Like,
Well, when he said when he was pitching, he could see if they were standing on the left side or the right side, and he said his catcher had some tape on his finger so he could see the signs. He said, but he said I didn't see the batters,
What year
like who
was
they
it?
were. I don't remember. Let me Google that for you.
yeah, hey, we love the old Google app, don't we? Well, the Super Bowl's getting ready to start here in a few minutes. I don't know if we're going to take this over to there. Probably too loud. Don't you
Yeah, it
think?
would be a lot of background.
Is
So
there-
we could-
how many people were over there?
I don't know.
I was gonna go
Two.
check.
So it was released in 2014. The documentary was.
And it's
it
called
was in
No
a-
No.
Yeah, but I'm trying to think. When did it happen? When did it happen?
That's crazy.
I think it was in the 60s, I believe.
Man, I used to work at an office when I lived down in Indianapolis, and it's like everybody was on something, and it was funny because they had a parking garage, and the security guy at the front desk was always watching, making sure people weren't getting attacked or anything. Because they had a shuttle that was because it was about a 3.5 block walk from the parking garage to the actual office, and so they had a shuttle that went back and forth about every half hour. Or
Where'd
so,
you work
something
down
like
there?
that. There was an office called Communications and Commerce, and it was actually just like across the street from WTHR.
Oh, okay.
And it was funny. You'd see all these people smoking out in the parking garage, and like around the corner, like just down at the end of the block, there was a liquor store. So like a lot of these guys that worked at the call center, because they had a bunch of different stuff going in that facility, would go down to the liquor store and they would buy the shooters, or they get like a little pint of peppermint schnapps and they'd all split. And so like these guys come back, they're all glassy-eyed and drunk and laughing, but they got this peppermint breath.
It was like, oh,
Freshest breath
did you just eat a
in the building.
candy cane?
Right.
So this happened on June 12th, 1970.
Wow.
Uh,
Must have been good shit, huh?
it could have been, and it was in San Diego.
He didn't do anything else after that, did he?
I don't know.
I don't know either. He's not in the Hall of Fame, is he?
And, I don't know. Probably not, because they judge. The Hall of Famers judge. But Todd Snyder, you guys know Todd Snyder, the singer,
Yeah.
he does a song about Doc Ellis too.
Really?
So,
He his win to loss ratio is 138 and 119. That's not too bad.
right?
His ERA was 3.46. That's
Yeah.
decent.
He pitched for what, like 10 years or
Yeah,
something like
about
that.
10 or 11 years. That's awesome. So I think we're. Oh, is there food over there?
Well, I got a Bloody Mary and a cookie, so.
Oh,
There you
sure.
go.
How many
That's what you
people
call
are over there?
food.
How many people?
Not a whole lot yet.
Not a whole lot yet. So we're not missing anything.
No.
No, we're not.
We
I
can
mean,
turn the
you get
game
a
on
seat,
right
though.
there. Oh yeah, we definitely.
Getting crowded then?
see.
Not a whole lot. Just a bar.
Is there
area.
food other than
A
cookies?
little bit, but
I'm
I'm
starving.
gonna order something and then eat some mac.
So we're gonna go. We're gonna go do a commercial break. I'm gonna go ahead and pause the podcast here in a minute, but we're gonna go enjoy some time at the cellar. Come on down here. We're open Tuesday through Saturday, sometimes Sundays, depending on what's going on. We've got open mic night on Tuesdays. Blind Tiger.
Blind Tiger Comedy Open Mic every Wednesday.
We've got karaoke with I always forget her name, and I went to high school with her, Brandy.
Randy.
On Thursdays, and usually have entertainment on Fridays and Saturdays, just depending on what's going on. We got comedy coming up,
Yeah.
and
February 16th, there's a comedy show.
so,
South Bend Boys.
we're gonna fade out, hang out with the patrons down here at the bar for a little while, and then when we get a chance,
Kokomo.
yes, and then if we get a chance, we're gonna come back and greet you. So for now, we're gonna go to a commercial break and talk to you guys here in a little while.
See you at the Waste of Kokomo.
We now return to our regularly scheduled program, already in progress.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to the Waste of Kokomo.
We
Man.
took a little bit of a break, and I think I'm gonna pass out because I'm so full.
I'm full too, man. I had the a little bit of the goulash. from Kelly's secret family recipe, and then
The secret goulash pot.
yeah, and then I had upstairs. We went upstairs and ordered food from the franchise chicken joint.
Yep. We're not going to mention names unless
Well, we can say their name because they're letting us.
they're letting use the bathrooms. That's
letting
true.
us use
That's,
the bathroom. We'll give that to them, man. Wings, etc. Baby,
etc.
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 And did you guys know that there is one Patriots fan in that bar?
There is,
Yes.
and he looks like he would be a Patriots fan.
He looks like a lumberjack.
Nah, he looks like a Brokeback lumberjack.
Yeah, he just
Indiana.
and his woman, pretty nice looking,
Well,
decently looking
Yeah,
lady.
yeah, she was nice. I don't mean Brokeback like let's say a Metro lumberjack.
Metro lumberjack.
He's on the beard kick, you know.
Ooh,
So he's like
he
some
could be a
hipster.
bastard, maybe.
I don't think he could be a bastard. I don't know.
Do you think he's a hipster?
No, I think he's a.
No, not like Jimmy Shaw.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh man, not
That
a
was free.
hipster.
Jimmy's jeans are too untight enough to be a hipster.
Dude, yes,
right,
we need to get. You know what? That's what we need to get you.
Tight, some skinny jeans.
Some skinny jeans.
No, I don't know about that.
Just one
You
time.
look awesome with your Vans. And
Yeah, I know, man. But I wouldn't be able to keep the chicks away from me with those, man.
I mean, you already had that problem
I got
to
enough
begin
problems.
with.
I got enough problems.
Yeah, that cutie with
Hey,
the
it's the
other.
dude.
Huh?
That cutie you had with you on Friday.
Yeah. She
Is that the
uh,
dude? No, it's not.
It's just a commercial, right?
Yeah,
That's
it was-
him.
Is that the dude?
That's the dude. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
That
Yeah,
is the
Bridges.
dude in his dude sweater.
Yeah, this is dude sweater.
And a
need to get me
Heineken,
dude
Stella
sweater.
Artois commercial.
Oh,
Holy
yeah.
crap!
We are live at the 2019. Actually, it's the 2018 year
Right.
Super Bowl.
Superb owl.
Super.
Owl. But yeah,
Superb owl.
I did have two dates this weekend. Same person. I had a good time.
Cool.
Do you want to put a plug in for her?
She might have overdid it this weekend, so she's not here tonight. She thinks she's dehydrated.
I think we all are.
I think we all are. But I've been drinking a lot of H2O today myself.
Yeah, you know what? I'm surprised because I think everybody had like maybe I had a sip of a Bloody Mary. Wendy had a Bloody Mary,
I had a Bloody Mary.
and they're really good. By the
Yeah.
way, at the cellar. Come down the cellar because even Lenny had one.
Yep, in scenic downtown Kokomo,
Sing
Indiana.
it down. Anyway,
I gotta talk about something because I'm wondering what you guys like. Do you all have Netflix and all that?
I got
we
Netflix.
just were talking
Right.
about that,
I'm a
right?
Netflix virgin.
He just got his cherry popped in December.
So
December.
did you do the yearly thing or do you do the monthly or?
I think I'm doing the monthly. I think I am. I don't even know. Maybe I did the year at the. I think I did the year at the basic cost.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's just me, and then Cooper's got a thing on his to where he could watch it on his, but his iPad I think is outdated, and he can't even do it on that. So I have to get him. Some of the iPads, the older iPads, you can't.
They won't even support it.
No, he
You're
can't-
right. You're
he
right.
can't even do because like we were trying to find something that we could communicate back and forth. But then now that his sister deleted Snapchat off of it, he can't get it back on. He can't get it back on there. And we used to be able to but she wasn't doing it maliciously. It was just I think she tried to update it.
It was an
maybe.
error. Yeah. Or well, it probably outdated. You know. Just,
Maybe he did
you know.
it, and he blamed her.
Could have
You
been.
never know.
That's what I would do.
Because that's what you do. You always blame your siblings. So he
Yeah.
could have been lying to me.
So
But
there's-
swear.
I believe you, buddy. I believe you.
I saw some article online not too long ago. I guess they're not Facebook. I'm sorry, Netflix is cracking down on users that are sharing their passwords and everything.
Oh.
Because you'll have people in like multiple locations logged in and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But what's kind of weird though, it's like you have most of the time when you're on there, like if you live in a household and you have it's like one for you, one for the kids, like it says who's watching.
Right.
You know? So you'd think that would account for that, but I don't know. Maybe they're just kind of maybe they're not getting enough revenue, and so they're trying to
Right.
Okay.
tighten the reins a bit.
That being said,
Mhm.
there used to be not too long ago. A buddy that I work with was like, "Hey, have you ever heard of Movie Pass?" I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Movie Pass.
I'm not.
New it on me.
Movie Pass when it first came out was the best thing ever. You could watch one movie a day, 7 days a week, 30 the same movies at the movie theater, and you pay a flat fee. It was $9.95 a month. Okay, so what I would do is like give the kids the card. You got to go in the parking lot, load it on your phone. It's a free ticket. So basically, what was happening is I was buying a ticket for $9.95. I only had to go to the movie twice to pay for it, and then everything was free. See what I'm saying? Well, they cracked down on it because nobody was getting their cut.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they changed all that. They keep switching the user agreement and all this other stuff. It's the same thing that they're going to try to do.
Well, see now, like Warner Brothers has that DC streaming service. Have you heard about that? Basically, you can go on this site. They have original content. Like they have a Titan series. They brought back Young Justice, which is an animated series. It was on Cartoon Network originally, and it was all the DC sidekicks. You know, they've got a Harley Quinn series coming out, Swamp Thing, Doom Patrol. Like they've got these programs, but what they are also doing is showing old superhero movies. Like so, you can go back and watch like Batman from 1989. You can go watch like the Superman, Christopher Reeve movies. You know,
Really?
like all this stuff. Like they have this huge archive of movies.
yeah.
You know, the old Wonder Woman series, and then they've got a lot of the animated stuff that DC's done over the years. Because you know, DC bought.
So how much is that?
Or Warner Brothers.
Do you know how much it is a month?
I think it's like $75 a year, but then like they have a thing set up now where you can actually, I think you can do it for like 2 weeks or something. For like I don't remember how much. I want to say like $9.99 or something like that. Don't quote me on that, but I mean,
That's kinda
by
cool.
all means,
Like, I
I'll
think
check it
that-
out. Yeah,
I think they're doing that because
You do the old '60s Batman.
I think
TV
so. Yeah, because
series?
that falls under it. Because I know for
the
years,
color version, like
It was- not the black and white, Adam West.
Not the black and white, but the next one up. Like
Right,
like when I was younger, I could watch it on Nick at Night. Right?
Adam West. Yeah,
That was so awesome.
that's fun stuff.
I mean, that was when the monkeys. I think we talked about the monkeys were.
Oh
on
yeah,
there.
Yeah.
but
Some other things.
the crazy thing is, I saw that, like, I guess people were complaining when it initially rolled out because they were saying, well, hey, if you sign up early, you get into this contest, get to a Warner Brothers Studios, you can win a Batman prize package, you can win this, you can win that. More recently, when the Aquaman movie came out, they said you sign up, you get Aquaman's Trident if you, there's some kind of drawing or whatever. Well,
Right.
from what I've been seeing, people aren't paying for the whole year subscription service. They're just doing it for a couple of weeks and binge watching what they want to binge watch because it's like, I call it the Netflix effect.
Yeah.
You know, you start to watch a series, you have access to the whole damn thing. You're like, well, I don't have anything to do, like for like good 4 or 5 hours.
Right.
I'll just watch this entire series, and you know, Netflix is really good for that. But then, like, if you have, say, like on demand at home on your cable service, you can do that same thing. Like, they'll have a bunch of series on there. I mean, I sat it took me about 2 days, but I watched the entire first season. And I don't know if they're even going to have a second season. It was called Kidding with Jim Carrey.
Really?
Yeah, and he plays a sort of Mr. Rogers type. This guy has like a PBS channel, and he talks to puppets, and he's, you know, he does little musical numbers, and you go to like Pickle Barrel Land and all this stuff. And so you got Jim Carrey playing this Mr. Rogers character, and while this is going on, his life is like in a shambles. Like his wife had left him. Before that, they had twin boys. One of the boys got killed in a car wreck. And so he's dealing with a lot of emotional stuff going on. And
Where's this at? Is it on
it's on Showtime.
Showtime?
Yeah, so if you have like on demand on your cable service, you can watch it.
Right. I don't have cable.
That's what I was going to
just
say.
I
A lot of
just
people
have
have.
Netflix.
Yeah.
And
A lot
I'm
of people have
amazed. I was
completely-
amazed at Netflix how, you know, like I said, I'm late to the game on the Netflix.
On
But
Netflix?
I'm just amazed at how many shows are out there, and it's like now, like everyone's getting on it. I mean, there's like movies with, you know, famous actors that are
Netflix based, like their production company is
Yeah.
is making these, and they're
What
making
was that one I watched all the time that you with Danny Masterson or his brother?
the Ranch,
The Range.
Ranch.
The Ranch.
You hear about that lawsuit though
About
'Cause he
him
was-
getting.
with Danny Masterson? I don't know about that one, but
You know, Danny Masterson, they wrote his character out because he got
like
member
sexually
that-
harassed
yeah,
somebody or
I
something,
mean-
or
Yeah.
that's what they all say. Bill
was-
Cosby.
and they
was
did that
with
to Kevin
him
Spacey too.
and,
House of Cards, right?
Yep.
Who,
Yep.
who else was in that? Danny Masterson and
Ashton Kutcher,
Yeah.
which nobody likes him anyway. So.
I mean, it was just.
I seen that.
it
That's
was
on my
kinda
list.
It's kind
It's
of
actually good.
stupid, but it's funny.
Stupid, but it's
you
good because
know?
it has what's his name in it too.
Sam Elliott. That's
Yeah.
why I seen
Dude.
Sam, because I like Austin Kutcher. He's one of them that like Jim Carrey. I can't do a lot of just very because Jim
Small.
Carrey is on. He's on my nerves as soon as I see it. A lot of times, you know. Like he's trying too hard to be
Danny Masterson actually was great in that, I thought.
Yeah.
Right, and I
But they pulled him because of
what was the
Hollywood,
name of that
because
show?
The Ranch.
The Ranch.
Ranch. Okay, it's on my list, but like I said, I don't watch a lot, but like, and then when I get on some, I try to watch all of it. Like, I started off with like Longmire. I don't know if you ever seen
Yeah,
I've heard
that's
of it.
great
I
actually.
love Longmire.
I've watched.
Man.
I didn't watch like the first few seasons, but
Oh
then
man, you
it's
gotta go
great,
back
man.
and watch them, man. You got it because it's an awesome show.
It's like it's like a CSI in the West, like kind of.
yeah, but I mean
Yes.
it's modern day, but it's in Wyoming taking place. But it's like I tried to explain people that he's like MacGyver and Matlock all mixed in one. I mean, there's an ongoing story through all 6 or 8 seasons, whatever it was. But you know, by the end of the episode, he's got someone confessing to murder over a casino on Indian land.
Yep.
You know, or you know, and he's always come making. Oh, I got this. He drinks Rainier beer. That's his, like must be like a sponsor of the show because they always made sure that
There's a little
that the
ad
Rainier
placement.
beer was facing the camera all the time. He always mentioned Rainier beer, Rainier. So he'd take a Rainier beer can and turn it to a Irish car bomb or something. I don't know. You know what I'm saying. If you watch it, all of it, you'll know that it's like that. It's not, and that kind of gives the look because he's like old school, but you know, some of it's blown out of proportion too. He's a sheriff
Yeah.
in some Wyoming county, but he's got like this land that you can't see civilization from. So
Right.
you know,
Right.
why, but then he drives like a two-tone Bronco or some shit. That holy shit! What is this?
I don't
Sorry, we
know.
are
The
interrupting
lyrical
this.
violinist.
Sorry, but the world's best.
The world's
Tonight
best.
after the Super Bowl, there's a one-armed violinist playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy. She had like a robotic
Yeah,
arm.
it's crazy.
So yeah, I mean, Longmire ain't got shit on her.
No.
So then I watched the Stranger Things. Have you guys
Did you watch it?
seen
I
that?
watched the first episode, and then
Yeah,
I was.
I
Same
watched
here.
the first. Yeah.
She watched the first season,
Yeah,
and
I
I
didn't
don't
get
know.
to
I
the
wasn't
second
into
one.
it.
The second one, I was thinking, okay, it's gotta be done now. There can't be a third. But then the last episode, I was like, shit. So there's gonna be a third. It really
It was a
needed-
big phenomenon, like for a minute. Like
Yeah.
yeah.
everybody loved it, but now those kids are getting older, which happens a lot in you
Life.
know,
I mean,
life
people get
period. Like
older.
you couldn't do Goonies 2 right now because
Well, the first
half of
few
them are dead,
episodes, I was like,
right?
what
Like
the hell's going on? I don't get it.
so, like you couldn't do certain ones because everybody started growing up, and once
Yeah.
everybody starts growing up, it doesn't have the same effect. I don't think.
Right.
You know.
And a lot of our kids, have you ever seen Goonies? No.
No.
Are you kidding me? You know, that was
Like
the
that's
best.
like the classic stuff that we saw when we were younger.
But here's the deal with that. 'Cause
What's the trade-off?
my mom always would be like, and I watched them, but we always had to hear about all the shows when she watched as a kid, you know, and you're like, you know, you had to see them if she was watching them or what have you, because I mean, back then we weren't like getting our phones and going in the other room and watching.
Right,
something.
right.
We were watching on a 13-inch black and white because no one wanted to sit with my dad who was downstairs watching the big color TV.
Right.
We had the other four people in the house was sitting around watching this 13-inch black and white just so we didn't have to deal with that. But you know, those shows, you know, so you always had to hear about her shows. Well, then now I find myself talking about stuff when we watched as a kid, and you know, Cooper's with me a lot now. So both my kids, they have old souls, like, you know, they
Yeah.
would watch all that. Emma was fascinated with the Little Rascals, the original.
The original.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I had all those on VHS tape,
Ooh.
and
old school.
and well, that was before
Betamax.
the
Did you have
DVD.
Betamax player too?
No, just the VCR. But she was fascinated with those, and she would watch those all the time. And then she got into like different strokes and was watching some of those shows on TV. But now Cooper, he is too. He's like that. He got wrapped up in Longmire with me,
That's awesome.
and but he likes the old shows. He loves the Batman with Adam West.
That's
I mean,
great.
It's just so
Biff.
simple.
Pow.
It's so
Zap.
simple.
Zap.
Yeah.
You know, but that's what it is to get kids interested, and it has a a moral to each episode.
Yeah,
so.
you're right.
Arian's favorite was, and I can't remember the show, but the two twins, the blonde twins, and then there's that comedian Joey.
Oh, Full House.
Full
Full House.
I mean, we bought her like the whole entire all the seasons. She ran through
They
them
came
like
out.
crazy.
They came out with the second season or second
Hold on.
spinoff. It was like Fuller
Yeah.
House. And,
Yeah, it's on Netflix, isn't it?
Yeah, I've seen that on there, but I haven't watched
and
it.
it's all the kids.
I'm good.
'Cause I didn't really watch the other one, and Emma did watch that for a while when the Olsons were little.
I think it was the only people that never didn't come back were the Olsen
twins.
because they are way better than everybody in the world now.
Now, how old is she, Arian?
19.
I think now you need to let her see some Bob Saget stand up.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh man, that dude is brutal. I mean,
Really?
I
Yes,
never
he-
knew that
he
until
is, and I remember like when that show was going on. I was like up watching like HBO late night or something. There was a Bob Saget special. I don't know where I was watching it, but you know he's on there like slinging dirty stuff, and he'd be out there like, I love my mother very much, and you can too for just $12. You know? Like, oh my god! And he was just brutal, and so it's awesome, and that he can. Boom, those two different
worlds.
things.
Yeah.
Two different worlds, and you can do it. And, you know, and that's like a lot of people, when they find out, like, I coach T-ball,
Really?
they're like, oh, yeah. And then everyone's like, you know, he's not like that.
He's
with
not
the
like
kid."
that with
They're
the
like
kids.
apologizing
Yeah.
for me.
Oh,
It's different when he's not out there telling dick jokes to T-ballers.
To
you know.
T-ballers.
He's,
Well, Jimmy, get your dick out of the ground. Hey, get it on the grass.
Yeah, I'm not out there. Get your ass off on the ground, but but it's I enjoy doing that. Watching the kids develop. Now,
Yes.
I don't know how much longer I will enjoy coaching because I did that with softball with Emma, and most of it ballpark politics.
Let me tell you about, and I agree with you on the softball part of things. It's like dance moms, like toddlers
Oh no,
and tiaras.
it's just like that in baseball.
It is too.
It is just
I
'cause
get that,
my
but-
brother did the baseball thing, and I had to set every summer while him and the board were, that all lived in our neighborhood, was at a bonfire drinking. I had to hear about all the damn politics from over there.
Yep.
While I silently sat on the softball side.
Yes.
You guys don't know nothing.
You don't know nothing. Yeah,
But
right.
but it is pretty much over there too. It's
I hate that because it's supposed to be about the kids.
yeah.
There's not a lick.
And it never has been though. I mean, I know when I played, and
It's a business.
Yeah, and it wasn't then. I mean,
Shadow
back
ran.
then, like my dad was my coach, and it wasn't about us. It was about him. So he could get drunk and tell everybody that his team went 19-0.
Yeah.
It wasn't about us. And it's like that now. They're just out schmoozing each other and trying to get clicks and.
That's the thing. That's the one thing I did. Like I coached up until last year was my final year. My son's 12, and he can't play at Little League anymore. So I tried not to rub elbows because I'm look. You either accept me or you don't accept me. I mean, it's just or you want my kid to play or you don't want my kid to play. I'm not going to say he's a golden child because he's not the golden child, but he might have a better attitude than Jimmy, and then Jimmy might have a better attitude than Johnny, and it's ridiculous. It gets ridiculous.
And he didn't say a word. He just
Yeah,
Roll
I'm
the
not.
punches.
I don't really involve myself in a lot of that bullshit. Everybody seems tired tonight. Are we tired today?
No, I don't know. We talked earlier about. Now I'm watching this commercial with
A bunch of football players beating the
think,
piss
did-
out of each other.
Deion Sanders
There's
and
Todd Gurley. Oh, hey, there's Barry Sanders.
Wow.
yeah.
They're just going to town like they're...
Emmett Smith.
Yeah, everybody's wearing tuxedos. Like
Peyton.
it's some, tuxedo high-class
back
event.
him with that shoulder.
And, yeah, he's knocking the piss out of these guys. It's crazy.
Jim Brown.
There
Oh,
you go.
wow.
That was great.
Man.
Terry Bradshaw. The bar patrons are in a tizzy right now.
Yeah, there must be
They're
different
watching
commercials
the same
too.
Oh, there's
thing
Franco
below.
Harris.
Franco Harris.
The immaculate reception.
It's kind of like a who's
That's
who in
awesome.
this commercial.
Look, Odell Beckham Jr. Wow.
Oh man.
God, you guys have got to see this.
Yeah, you guys should be seeing this. Oh, you probably are. So
You are.
Because they're gonna pick it apart. They're gonna talk about this stuff all weekend. I mean, or all week
Yeah.
actually.
Okay, who is she? Do you know?
We don't know who that is.
No
but
idea.
I'm going to Google
She's
it.
probably one of gymnastics. Somebody.
No, I think she.
It's like
I think she's the quarterback for the Rams.
It could be.
Damn, Steve Carell and
I didn't even recognize him.
what's his
Lil
name?
Jon?
Lil Jon. They sold their souls to Pepsi.
Apparently, yeah.
Carell needed a paycheck.
Yeah. Isn't he doing another show now?
I thought he was gonna be doing a show kind of based off like the old Space Force thing.
Yes, I saw that.
Really?
He was on Saturday Night Live about a month or so ago.
Really?
Absolutely hilarious. Like you kind of. Some
I
of these
like
actors,
that
it's
guy.
like, yeah, because I know for a while there he was doing a lot of comedies, and all of a sudden he started doing a lot of real serious pieces. He did romantic comedies, and then to see him go back doing sketches, it's like, man, yeah, he's still got it.
What was that?
There's that guy from The Voice.
Yeah.
Oh,
Adam Levine.
Adam, yeah,
It's Levine, I think, but we call
yeah,
him Levine.
Maroon 5, yeah.
Maroon 5.0.
That's the spinoff.
Or you know what always gets me? Like after about every Super Bowl or big event, you're gonna see YouTube flooded with a deluge of videos
Yeah.
of people breaking down performances. And watch, here's what's gonna happen. They're gonna say, "Oh, this was a devil worshipping event. This was an Illuminati occult service."
I was thinking during the national anthem, I was like, who's going to be the cocksucker that puts her down? Because
right.
her dress was beautiful.
She did a great job.
She did
Yeah.
her song. I bet that was probably one of my favorite national anthems.
Because she looked really
Classy.
good. Like she,
Classy.
Very
Gladys
classy,
classy.
beautiful.
Gladys Knight
She's
is amazing.
ageless.
There's gonna be some dickhead Fred gonna come on there and go,
Yeah.
"You know, I didn't think her voice was that great.
Right.
Her voice
She's
was too
lip
deep.
sync.
Like she should have lip synced. They should have got Celine Dion again. Like Celine Dion's not even American, but okay. You know, I mean, it's whatever. Like,
I think she was a announcer. That chick was in that commercial. Sorry, I know
The
that's-
younger?
Yeah,
Oh.
I don't know.
I don't even. What was that commercial been for? NFL.
The
Yeah,
100th
we couldn't
season.
hear it, so.
The 100th season.
Oh, so they had a bunch of guys that were in the previous 100 seasons.
Yeah, that's what they were. That's where they're.
Is
based it on,
this the
Terry
100th
Brad.
season or
I think the
Next one
upcoming.
coming out?
Yeah, I think the upcoming
this year they're partying like it's
but like,
99?
99.
well, did you see when Christian Bale got was it a Golden Globe award? He was playing Dick Cheney in that movie Veep, I think it was, or maybe it wasn't Veep, it was Vice, I think it was the name of it. And he went up and said that he wanted to thank Satan for his. He said he thanked Satan for his inspiring him for his portrayal of Dick Cheney. Now, I think he was trying to be funny because the crowd laughed, but like
Backlash.
yeah, it's like a lot of people are like, oh, Christian Bale came out as a Satanist. It's like,
He's
well,
a Satan worshiper.
right, that's what they were saying. And the Church of Satan were like, hey, we like Christian Bale. We think he's just fine. Yeah. But like he was just basically kind of saying that he thought that
Crazy.
Dick Cheney's like a bad guy, really, like historically speaking. And so
Cat food.
cat food.
There's cat food in that cookie.
No, it's a very good cookie.
Is it a
What is
raisin
it?
or a
Raisin?
nut?
It's a nut.
Oh, you're not a nut fan.
Well, I just had a crown break off when I was eating a payday candy bar.
Oh, I hate
Sounds
that.
like my life.
Sounds like Wendy.
Yeah, so
Man.
when I bit and I got into that nut,
Yeah.
I'll be here all
Insert
night.
joke here. Yeah. I'll be here all night.
Yeah, this
Oh,
is
we
when
can-
they'll be breaking down this podcast. That's when Jimmy said he had bit down on some nut. Anyways, I just wanted to make sure.
Ashtray.
Ashtray
Got that cookie out of the ashtray.
Oh, that's great.
I just making sure it wasn't a tooth.
Yeah.
I'm glad that it wasn't a tooth.
I'm
because
glad. Me too. My dentist is awesome. Dr. Kingseed. I don't know.
Kurt?
Yep. You don't like him?
No.
I'll cut you, fucker. Kurt.
I think he was married to Liz for a long time.
I don't know.
That was his wife, yeah.
Yeah.
That was my first or second grade teacher.
Okay.
They're not married anymore, but I'm just saying.
I bit down a piece of candy and chipped not the edge of my tooth, the fucking middle.
It was
Like it was
the
like a
funny.
little square right
It was
out
the
of my mouth.
funniest
I'm like, really?
shit. We're getting ready to go to Benihana, and she's like, I can't go into the fucking Benihana with a fucking Goofy. She's got a picture of it.
Guaranteed. So just put a piece of rice in there. Nobody fucking knows.
Yeah.
So I think Aries said, put a piece of gum or candy right there. It's like, fuck.
Oh
So
my
we went
God,
around. We went around Indianapolis, like going to
I'm like,
places. She's like,
oh,
oh god, this is horrible.
Like how big
And
was
Start
it?
wearing a veil
I'll
like
show you.
a
And
widow
then I
or
couldn't
something.
get in the dentist for like 4 days. I'm like, come on.
Oh man, they got me. They hooked me up, man. I got in.
Bango, bango.
Yeah, and that's why I called them while I was sitting there after I just got time off of work,
Pay.
Well, I must get this fixed.
Pay.
and I told them, yeah, unpaid time off work. So when I called them, I said, hey man, I got like the next 6 days off.
Can you
and,
get me in?
and this happened, and then they called me. That was Wednesday, and then they called me Thursday, and like, yeah, can you come in today? And I was like, well, funny thing is, I didn't get that time off work. Thank God, the union took care of that, so I was
Yes,
right back in there.
cool.
So
That
they-
wasn't too long ago.
yeah, that was just this last week.
You guys ever listen to NPR much?
I do.
There was a guy that used to do a lot of narrating on there, and I can't remember the name of the show, but the guy whistled when he talked, and I would sit there and almost piss my.
this like
Yes,
this.
he'll be reading and discussing different issues that he had in regards to certain aspects.
And I don't remember if it was This American Life or one of those kind of shows, but this guy's reading this, and I'm like, why hasn't somebody said something to him?
About
Like-
the whistle,
Yes,
or like shave his teeth down, or
put a piece of gum in there, or you know.
People that do like funny things when they talk, I
Yeah.
that like right now, what's going on over there, and I
Yeah.
have to figure
You
out.
not fucking hear what you're doing?
do you not hear it?
Like, how do you
Fix
not
it.
hear that? Or are you just so used to it?
You go home at night and not know that you're
When the
whistling.
When
guy
I was a
that-
kid, there was a guy at the church. I remember when they do
Oh, you
prayers, he would
Yes, Lord Jesus.
Can't see.
And like, I'm a kid, dude. I'm not ready to like explode laughing because like this guy's whistling. I'm like, y'all don't hear that?
Oh, there's no way.
Seriously?
So Wendy just showed us this picture. You can't even see that.
Oh, it's tiny.
Let me
though.
see it.
Somebody have to.
It was huge. It was
Oh,
like right.
Yeah,
in
but I'm
the-
saying somebody
so-
really had to be staring in your
No,
face.
when
You'd be
you
like, what
are,
looking at?
when it is your front tooth, I'm sure it's like, oh my
Oh my
fucking
God,
I'm missing
yes.
part of my face.
Right, but
But you know what I mean? It's like, oh my
It
God.
was like the fucking world ended. She didn't even want to go like out in public, nothing. She's like, I want to stay home because.
And I was like this for like 4 days. With my tongue up to it.
Or like this,
So I got a piece that on the back of my front tooth that
chipped off.
has chipped like just in there, but you can't see it from the front at all. And
No.
he has put filling in it and everything.
Pops out all the time.
But and it does pop out all the time. But the thing it is I'm conscious of it, but nobody can fucking see it.
Right.
yeah.
So it's like
Like my
Oh my
dirty.
God,
I got
oh
a
my
dirty
God.
tooth. Like, you see that?
A dirty
The
tooth.
one dirty tooth.
It's
Yeah.
corn tooth.
That's not
Corn
corn.
tooth.
I call it corn tooth.
got corn teeth.
Anyway, no, I call it corn tooth or-
teeth.
Dirt tooth because I bit into a Burger King French fry and that bitch snapped in half. Like the whole back of that tooth is gone. But I also used to have sleep apnea real bad. So before I got my machine,
You grind?
I would grind.
I grind my teeth.
Piss
That's what my
out of
dentist
my-
is like.
I do too.
Man.
You need a
and
mouth guard.
He gave me a mouth guard and everything, and then like I spent money to get and basically I had it put away for a long time, and I got it out not too long ago. I'm thinking
Yeah.
I'm gonna put this back in because I did have some stuff fall out. Not just that. That was a temporary crown that I needed to have a crown put on it. That's
Right.
why that one fell out this way. But it's from grinding my teeth.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Because I do grind my teeth. So
Bad.
I finally said, I'm going to get this thing out. Because I had trouble sleeping in it.
A lot of people gag.
Yeah.
And
And I don't have a gag reflex. Go ahead, insert joke.
That's what we love about you, Jerry.
so I
Cardiac.
put it
Cardiac
in
kid.
again, and I was going to try sleeping in it. And I wasn't doing good, so I said, tomorrow when I get home from work, I'm gonna cut the back of it off, so it's like not all going all the way back, and see if that's any better. So I was gonna like make a conscious. I'm gonna start wearing this because I can't be losing my damn teeth. And then I came home and my freaking dog ate it. I mean, I had this thing.
Oh,
Good excuse, Jimmy. Good excuse.
He had it sitting right there for you to cut it up.
I've had, yeah, he cut it up for me.
He was like, here you go.
But I think that if you just do a mouthpiece,
yeah.
Just something holding your teeth
That-
apart.
that you could do that. Because, like, and the reason why I finally thought about cutting it is because Cooper kept, like, his mouthpiece for flag football.
Yep.
He kept saying, "Oh, I feel like I'm gagging," so I just cut the back of it out, and it was perfect. So I was like, "Hell yeah, I'm gonna try that with my mouthpiece thing." So then I get this thing out, and my freaking dog eats it. So now I'm thinking, well, I paid that money, or insurance did, anyways, to have that thing made, and instead of having them do it again, I'll just go buy a mouthpiece, boil it in water,
And then just put it in.
they I mean, it's basically the same thing
Yeah,
that they did,
yeah.
except for they made a cast of my mouth.
And then they charge
Yeah.
insurance $10,000.
Do you not have
right.
the cast? They always give me my cast. So
And we sit
I'm
there and make like little things with it. Like, she's like,
Oh,
oh, I wish I was like you. No, wait a minute. No. I have crowns over here. Oh.
Well, I have a tooth that I've been dicking with for over a year, and now she tells me maybe you need an implant.
Then she,
After I've had a crown, all this fucking shit.
then she
done.
tells her how much said implant is.
Yeah, and
Oh.
insurance don't pay for it. $3,000. I was like,
For
I
one?
don't, I don't need
We're,
an
hey,
implant.
guess what?
Fuck it.
Pulling that motherfucker
Yeah.
right out of the mouth.
Yeah, if it's
That's-
that much of a problem, just get rid of it.
Yeah, just put some corn in there.
Oh, wow. Fun.
A corn nut.
Wow. Are we done?
No, I'm
Are we
talking about
done?
corn nut.
We're not even talking about you.
Oh.
That'd be a
I thought you-
good filler, like
I
a
thought-
piece of corn to stick down
Just
and it
a
would
hard
fit
one.
right down into
Yeah,
the
right.
yes.
Yes. Great
What are you
idea.
talking about here,
I'm
corn?
conscious. I'm very conscious about it.
No, because I got this fang right here. I'm
No,
conscious of
I
that.
got two good fangs right here. Good teeth.
Me and my sister had the same
Lenny's
thing.
got good teeth.
Yeah, I had braces for a long time.
Pay some money.
Yeah, so I didn't mess with popcorn for the longest.
Kenosha's like, we're getting your teeth straight, boy.
I didn't get braces because my dad liked to drive new cars every year, so
Ah,
we didn't have money. So.
why I didn't go to
Damn, man, that
college.
went
And go to
Casinos.
vacation without your kids.
Wow.
Oh yeah. We didn't do
Wow.
family vacations.
Daddy's gone to Florida
Dude,
for a
your
little muff
parents
diving.
both
I'll be back in
go?
2 weeks, kids.
There you go. I showed them one year. One year they went to Florida and they were going to be gone a couple of weeks.
Your mom too? Is that what?
Yeah, they both go and leave us at home, and like my aunt would be responsible for this. So
Jesus.
they were gone, and I just turned 15, and the ransoms brought their dad's truck down, and we went driving, and we had an incident where I turned the corner really fast and hit two mailboxes in a parked car.
Nice.
So
That never,
they didn't end their vacation and come home and beat my ass or nothing. They stayed it.
and then they beat your ass when they
you got
came home.
Yeah, believe it or not, that time I didn't get my ass beat, which is one of the maybe he just like forgot about it.
Forgot about it?
He was a drinker.
I'm not laughing.
No, I can laugh about it now, but we don't get along, him and I, so because of that. But not just that one incident, like my whole life.
Your whole life, yeah. It was
But
not a
anyways.
good thing.
But anyways, yeah. So you go away, you pay. That's what I always say.
So no family vacations, huh?
No, we didn't do that. We did church camp every August. We went to Hartford City, Indiana.
As,
What, just the
as a
kids?
family?
Or the family.
No, my dad didn't go. It was like our vacation away from him.
Oh, okay.
So you loved going to church camp?
I was like, Jesus.
Get me out of here.
No, but I mean, it was it was a good experience. I didn't dislike it.
Were you raised in church then, I'm assuming?
I was raised in a Pentecostal church.
Ooh,
speaking in
apostolic?
tongues.
Like,
Yep,
yeah?
yep,
Here in Kokomo or
yep. Full gospel tabernacle.
the old tabernacle, huh?
Old tabernacle. It used to be on Market Street, and then they built their new one out on the Faith Road.
Faith Road.
There's like
By the dog place. Why don't we take the dogs?
Noah's Ark. South
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Yeah. The church I go to used to be a apostolic Pentecostal church.
And then they
a
changed
black.
to
Well, it was
Catholic
black.
or
It was
what?
predominantly black,
Yeah.
and I think there was one white guy that went there, and his name is Paul, because he's married to one of the ladies that went there, and they're both. They both have like they've got caretakers, but they have like a disability of some
Yeah.
sort. They're great people. But then I started going there a few years ago, and
And you were
Now-
the second white guy?
no, we're at actually it's 50-50. It's
It
pretty
is.
mixed. I mean, it's pretty
I
diverse.
love that place.
It's
I
very
do.
diverse. Which
cool.
it went from
Right?
and he tells Pastor Demetrius Warren tells about the times when it was,
Back in the day, you guys wouldn't got away with that.
yeah, when it was when things were different. Things are definitely changing.
They are. I mean, even just looking at these, like this wave of commercials they had on the Super Bowl, like a lot of diversity. Like, see a lot of people of color, and I was just going, wow, that's actually pretty cool. I mean,
Yeah, because it didn't used to be like they used to. White
No,
people was only
that's
one
it.
that got
You're
to
right.
you
do
didn't see any
You're right.
Asians or Latinos or blacks. It was just,
Which is just I guess a lot of people take it for granted. They don't
Yeah.
realize it.
I mean, like I was talking to a friend of mine about how like the CW, like the superhero shows they have.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's always at least 2 or 3 people of color in like one of the lead roles. I mean, Legends of Tomorrow they had like I think 4. At one
Really?
point, like they had Kid Flash, Hawk Girl, Vixen. There was another character I can't remember who it was, but like just the fact that I feel like the people are starting to realize. I'm like, yeah, there's a whole planet of people
Right.
that exist, and they have different faiths, different belief systems, different appearances,
Yep.
and all that. And it's just like you can't just sit in your corner and go, no, everybody should be like this. It's like no, like,
There's a lot of people that would like to argue with you about that.
yeah, I'm sure they would, but I'm just like, it's kind of like I had a bit when I was doing the stand-up. I was talking about how like for my cell phone service, I have Boost Mobile, and when you call the little customer service line to put in a payment or whatever, the automated voice is it sounds like a black guy. It's like, thanks for calling Boost Mobile. It's like friendly black dude, right?
Friendly black guy.
And then it's like friendly black dude voice, and I don't have a problem with it. I just remember thinking it'd be like that redneck dude that had Boost Mobile and goes, I don't want to talk to you, boy. And it's like it's automated, so he's just like, you put me on with a white person right now. I'm like, at a call center, good luck with that.
Yeah, exactly.
First person's like, hello, my name is John Smith. How can I help you today? And he's like, no, I don't talk to you either.
I think I questioned the person. I was like, "What's your name?" It is whatever you said. Did you say? Like that. And I'm like, "There's no way that's his name."
I'm John Smith from Minnesota. Like, no, you're not.
No, you're in India, and let's talk about it. Your cow is with you at work. You are.
Oh,
Man. It's right there.
sacred cow.
The sacred cow.
We do not.
No, we're it's all jokes. Trust me, all jokes.
Oh my god.
No, I did see.
We like your Slurpees.
Oh yes, sir.
Why don't you just go
Oh, why
there?
don't you like a cherry squishy?
Wait,
Oh, have a
Man.
good day. Have a good day.
Oh,
we
man.
just left
The guy just
the
told me-
store down here, and Jared goes, I think that's the one that friend requested you. And I go, what? and I said, ask him his name. So he did, and he said
It was
something
like John.
else.
It was very,
Like,
American.
that.
Yeah.
And he was like, have a good day. Have a good day.
Good day.
My ex-wife Tammy, she worked as a travel agent inside of Delphi, so there was a lot of Chinese people from
Oh, yeah.
everywhere in there,
Yep.
and a lot of times when they'd come over here, because their name didn't translate to where they'd have to keep saying
They had
it,
to rename, yeah.
their all name would be like Bill,
Yep.
or something very traditional. There was never like Dakota or Braden's.
Right.
Yeah.
But
We had
there's
we
like
had a
Bills and
exchange
Johns and
student,
Jims.
from China for like a week or whatever, and this was a few years ago, and her name was Flora. Because whatever her name was in China,
Didn't
there was no translation, so they all had, there was Eric, and there was Flora,
It's
and
just-
there was Bill, and
it's the same with the nail place. I mean, I
Linda.
really don't believe that's their names, but
It probably isn't because
No.
there's no translation. I did see something that we were talking about, like diversity and stuff like that. The Gerber people just hired their first child with Down syndrome as the Gerber baby.
Wow,
Yes, and you can look that up. That's a fact.
that's wild.
So I mean,
That's very
that tells you where we're
progressive.
at.
Yeah.
Well,
I
yeah,
mean,
but my
seriously.
problem, like, okay, the Jerry Lewis telethon,
Man, my cousin. See,
You
my
know-
cousin had.
it went on for years and years and years, and then years later, people started coming back and suing them for, like, poster childs were
Yeah.
getting lawsuits because they felt like, or someone convinced them that they were being extorted for what have you. So I just,
Wow.
and I hate, yay that they hired that. But I just hate that it don't turn into, because it's the society we're in.
I know, and there's the little guy right there.
Oh,
let me see.
So this is the new Gerber baby, and he is absolutely just
Cute little guy.
cute guy. And that's the thing. You're right, because my cousin had muscular dystrophy, and he couldn't move, barely talk, all this other stuff. And interesting fact: have you ever heard of an iron lung?
Yeah,
Okay, well you don't see them now.
not
but
anymore. Yeah.
I remember when I was younger, my grandparents had to rent an iron lung for my cousin, and it was in their dining room. They cleared their dining room out and put the iron lung in there because my cousin had to sleep in an iron lung during this time. Like he could come out for the most part, he was in it 24 hours a day because it helped him, compress and
remember the
breathe.
show Boy in the Bubble? It's like John Travolta.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Wasn't
Yep.
it John Travolta?
Yes,
was.
it was John Travolta. That's a great movie. I don't like John Travolta, but that's okay.
I mean, John Travolta was awesome. And Welcome Back, Kotter.
I liked him in that Face Off movie with Nicolas Cage. I think they played well off each other.
Yeah.
Which one?
Face Off.
No,
one
I don't
with
think-
Nicolas Cage.
Is that where they like switched?
Yeah, they swap
faces?
faces and all that. Yeah.
I didn't know it's.
I mean, there was a scene that always cracked me up where Nicolas Cage, like they did this face swap, and so he's looks like the bad guy, and he escapes from prison, and he ends up going to meet up with other bad guys, and they think he's legit. So they bring him a drink, and they bring him a pill, and they bring him a joint. They bring him all the stuff he normally has, and he's just like, all right. So he pops a pill, drinks a drink because he's got to like pretend to play this part or whatever, and it hits him hard. And he's sitting there, and he's just. They're talking about, what are you going to do? He goes, I want to get Sean Archer. He's like talking about he wants to get revenge.
I thought that we had Nicolas Cage here. Anybody?
But he gets all tore up, and he was like, I want to take his face off. And the way he said it, and like the other actors are like kind of gesturing, face off, I think it was like Nick Cassavetes. He played like a villain, and he had like the bald head, so he's got this... he's wearing like a leather coat, looking all badass or whatever. And like all the bad guys look cool. They're all really well dressed villains. You never see poorly dressed villains anymore. But anyway, but like the drugs hit him, and he's sitting there, and he's like holding the side of his face. He's like, "If you'll excuse me, I have to go use the little boy's wee room." And then he gets up and stumbles out the door, and they're like laughing at him.
I don't think I have ever seen that.
Nicolas Cage was brilliant in Valley Girl.
What the?
Nicolas Cage, though,
Did somebody
man.
just talk about this?
Talk about Nicolas Cage?
Yeah, in Valley Girl.
I don't know.
No, I haven't even.
Just when you were talking, I was like, man, that sounds like Nicolas Cage from Valley Girl.
He always kind of had that sort of voice.
Burp.
A lot of people don't realize he's a Coppola. He was
Oh,
like
yeah?
Francis Ford Coppola's nephew. His real name is Nicholas Coppola.
Oh, yeah?
Really?
Yeah, but he changed it because he didn't want to be tied to the family name.
And,
like for
and earn his
nepotism's
own.
sake.
Earn his own.
And he came up with Cage because he liked the comic book character Luke Cage.
Really?
Yeah, because it was a comic in the 70s, and he was.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Nick
I-
Cage was a
Everybody
comic.
should
head.
listen to the Waste to Kokomo podcast because you learn stuff.
Yes.
Interesting little tidbits.
And, I still haven't watched season 2 of that on Netflix. It's there. It's on
What
my
is it?
list.
Well,
What do you-
Luke Cage he's
Luke
talking
Cage.
about.
Oh, okay.
We talked about it because, I haven't even got to season 2 of Iron Fist. I liked both of them.
Yeah.
I loved them both. I like the first season. Like, how many damn villains are gonna die in Luke Cage that they're gonna want another second season. I mean, they all died. I mean, they had some badass
Watch that
villains.
stupid fucking movie Bird
I
Box.
know, just mark that one off.
Bird Box.
Don't do it. Do not with.
Yeah, it was okay.
with-
Sandra Bullock?
I
Yeah,
love
it's
Sandra
horrible.
Bullock, but I didn't
thought it was
like
horrible.
That. Yeah, I didn't like it.
I thought it was like 2.5 hours of wasted life.
It was. They
Yeah.
could have put that down to a like a.
I think
45-minute
we looked
blurb.
at each other and was
maybe.
like,
I can row in a boat. I mean, and not talk.
hide the kids.
Hide the kids. Hide the
Hide your
wife.
wife. Hide your kids. Yeah.
But I
Hey,
mean,
it's
can, you,
about.
can you
about
row a boat and get to the boat and get the boat to the water all without
Yes.
seeing? You can
Yes,
do that.
I can do it. You want
Let's
to do that?
the
This
Bird
summer?
Box challenge with Jared.
Would you? Somebody got hit by a car trying to do Bird
Yeah,
Box.
died.
Yeah.
They-
I think
Yeah.
they died, didn't they?
I think so.
Yeah,
There's
they're
been-
like
I've heard
warning people to not.
Yeah, they're-
Are you fucking kidding?
The
Do
cardiac
you not?
kid needs to do it.
The cardiac kid needs to do that because I need like a little
Cardiac-
adrenaline.
But you know what? We will like stop that from happening. We'll be like, dude,
Take your blindfold
Wait.
off.
Let's get you a feeder. I was telling you about
Nah.
that.
Get a stick.
Just get some weird person that keeps wanting to give you pastries.
Ooh.
It's like,
we
Jared,
do
have
that?
this bacon wrapped cannoli. You know?
Do I eat it?
Yeah, you gotta eat it.
Do I get to eat it? Do I get paid for that?
I mean, I don't think they pay. I think they want you to eat and sleep and just get bigger for them. You know?
Man, I don't know.
You could do like I told you, it's like that the King Ass Ripper on YouTube.
Are we plugging this guy?
No, I mean, I'm just saying you can look him up. I mean, I'm not gonna. There's a couple videos of him doing that stuff. Like,
King Ass Ripper. What a.
yeah, because there's
He's the
compilations of him
King
just
Ass
farting
Ripper.
for like 10 minutes.
I can fart. for 10
cardiac
minutes.
kid.
I literally can shit my pants
He
for
can
10
shit
minutes.
a song. I
I
swear to God.
can. You know what? You want to hear the 1812 overture?
Let's do it.
it. All right.
You could get a lighter and like basically turn your ass into a flamethrower.
You know, like that. I can do
Wow.
that. It's an amazing talent that
I thought you were getting ready to do it.
I
Yeah.
would, but I'm
He
scared that
shit
you
himself
guys.
in the car
Probably
3
just get up
times
and
here,
leave,
and
like-
it was pure
You
sewage.
might, yeah.
Oh,
So you were blaming that smell out there.
Oh,
You know what
No,
though?
his was worse.
Holy
Mine was
smokes.
10 times worse. And I'm not like trying to be gross, but it was gross.
There's
And let's move on.
yeah. So this guy, he was the one I was telling you. He took. There's one video he was sitting in Burger King.
So I can look this guy up, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm looking this up. Go ahead.
He's
and tell
sitting
the
in
story.
Burger King and he orders, I guess, a couple of Big Macs.
You guys can
fries,
look along, too,
and a
right now.
shake. Yeah, feel free to check it out. But this dude's sitting there and he takes, he takes the top of the bun off of the Whopper. And it's all got all kinds of stuff on it. You know, it's like fully loaded. He goes,
King
"Oh."
Ass Ripper archives that they're
He's like, oh,
none.
really?
Do they take it off?
Maybe, I don't know. That's strange.
Just put it in your
As
Googler.
one word, or did you do it as separate words?
Separate words.
Try it as one.
Just do it in the Googler and see if he's like had to
Googler?
move
But,
to a different.
The Googler.
Googler. But he gets out a jar of mayonnaise. Like he brought his own mayonnaise, and he squeezes it and plops a big old pile of it on top of the sandwich, and then throws the bread back on there. He's like, "Fuck yeah!" And he's sitting there and he crams at least half of the sandwich into his mouth before he starts chewing.
Okay, so what made you watch this shit?
One of my friends actually told me about it,
Okay, hold on.
and that's him.
Oh, the ass ripper.
Oh, Jared's better than that. Promise.
That's wet as fuck.
Dude, he's
Jared said last night, he goes, oh my God, I think a turd came out.
he sharded.
It's pretty impressive. This guy's pretty impressive. It's got a lot of high tones.
Yeah.
Some
Moisture?
mid tones.
Now this is all like this isn't like
No, this
Together?
isn't one. This is like a
A compilation.
Yeah, it's like a compilation.
Because I was like, dude, that dude is like my idol now. Because
The Legend of Arian Gross, also known as King Ass
Ass
Ripper.
Ripper. Yeah. There was one he sat and ate a rotisserie chicken with his shirt off.
Oh, I can't wait to
And
see
he was
that.
getting like chicken juice and pieces all on his chest hair and his belly. And the whole time
This
he's
makes
like,
really good
he's like,
podcast
fuck yeah.
shit.
You know, like he's being loud when
well,
he's
we're
eating.
talking. They can be
And grunting
Googling
and
this
groaning.
while we're
Yeah.
This video
talking.
contains gluttony and extreme ass blasting. This was his fucking warning. I cannot believe I'm looking
But
at
he
this.
sounds like. He just sounds like, I don't know, he sounds like some kind of perv or something. It's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get this sandwich in my fucking belly. Oh. he's like smacking his stomach and just
Man,
grabbing it. Like,
Oh, here he goes. He's got like gravy.
I did
Yeah.
my ass ripper over here.
Yeah,
Oh,
he did.
shit.
He just said, "Screw
I did
it."
leave the
Here we
table.
go.
thank you, Jimmy.
Thank you.
I must break somebody's Old Spice.
With the likes.
Drenched in goddamn mayonnaise. He refers to himself as the gluttonous slob, which I think describes him quite well. He's had multiple YouTube channels in the past where he posted videos of him eating junk food covered in mayonnaise or sausage gravy.
There's the pizza. There's the pizza.
Yeah, that's the
There's
one.
the pizza with the sausage, the can of sausage gravy.
Large pizza.
This sounds like you talking. Are you narrating this?
Not at all.
Sure?
Totally not me.
Is that him talking?
Yeah.
Or, okay.
I was doing an impression of him.
Well, oh, okay.
It's down.
you
It's
did,
like a
yes.
C.
Sausage gravy. Sausage gravy.
Sausage gravy.
Lenny
He just smashed that can of sausage like it was spinach and Popeye, did he?
He did,
Yeah.
yeah.
He like crushed the can. It looked
Because
like.
every channel he's created has been taken down by YouTube for, I'm assuming, just being a disgusting fat shit.
Okay, who's the guy talking right now?
I don't know. He's
Thanks to the multitude of fan and archive accounts on YouTube, I've been able
That's
to
fucking
watch
lame.
just about every
That's
work of
totally not me.
that might be
Sounds like
him.
you.
mayo covered chicken wings to 8 McDonald's burgers.
Can you say-
drenched in mayo?
Drenched in mayo.
Say drinking mayo, man.
Drenched in mayo.
See, oh my god. You are the fucking narrator for the ass
Totally
ripper.
not.
Hiding money.
Come up off that shit, man. We're trying to
Shit.
support shit
You
here.
get a sponsor next month.
Yeah, right. But I guess he's on a fetish site now, from what I heard.
Oh wow, a
Like,
fetish site.
So now people are like, they got to donate to his Patreon or whatever and all that to get him
Wow.
to eat stuff. And could you imagine?
He's a prostitute. He's a food prostitute.
He's a food
He
hooker.
is.
He's totally
He's a-
food
he
hooking.
is. He's not even a John.
I mean,
Right.
I'm gonna
he's-
tell you this: if some chicks like wanted me to like take pictures of my feet, I'd do that, man.
Yeah.
There's guys that request feet pics.
There's guys that request dirty panties sent to them.
Yes.
I mean, it's everything. Everything you can think of it. It's out there.
There's some girl on Facebook that has a she had some post come up in my newsfeed. She was like, she had a picture and it was like it was blacked out in certain part, but she was obviously without naked. And she was like, if you want to see what's there, I'll send you a PM or you can donate to my Patreon and I'll send you the picture. I'm like, really? Why would you
So
do
you-
that when there's like you can find porn for free?
yeah.
You don't have to
You
pay.
would pay somebody, but I don't know. Maybe just the whole idea of like,
Maybe
oh, I
she's
know
gonna
this
come to your
girl or
house and do
whatever.
it.
Maybe I don't know.
Did you try it?
No, I haven't.
Can you please say sausage gravy one more time for us?
You want me to do the ass ripper voice? Or?
Yes,
Sausage gravy. Oh, God.
it is him. It fucking is him. But for some reason, he's in whiteface on this one. I don't. That was, that will get you 30 years from now.
Dude, if I ate that kind of food in one setting, I'd probably just have a stroke and drop dead.
Just
like,
yeah, it was
you got a
nasty.
pizza, an entire pepperoni pizza with sausage gravy dripped on top.
It was so gross, dude.
No, that's epically wrong.
So we get we don't, this is a audio podcast, but we like you to Google along with us.
Yes, because it's a good time.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
blue
wanna-
waffles. And,
I think Lenny's gonna
Blue
skirt out of here.
waffles?
Blue,
Yeah.
yeah. Please look that up. Two girls,
No,
one cup.
no,
No,
Don't
I
save
don't
yourself.
do that.
Save
Nah,
yourself.
you can't find it. I don't think anymore.
Yes,
Really?
you can.
Two girls,
Yeah,
one cup.
Oh no, I thought you were talking about blue.
This is a blue waffle. Yes.
here's what I want you
Oh.
to do right after. Are you getting ready to leave?
Yeah, I am.
Because we're gonna talk about reaction videos to Two Girls in a Cup. Have you ever seen the
Yes.
reaction videos?
Yes, but
People throw up.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Kermit the Frog's reaction video. We'll talk.
We'll
Oh, you
talk
gotta
about
watch
it.
that.
Check that
So
out.
you Google that at
I
work.
shall,
At
yeah.
work. At the show. Go ahead. Lenny's going to take off for the evening, and he'll be back next week. One of our favorites. Go ahead and plug what you want to plug, buddy.
Well,
What all you got going
I'm
down?
at the other side on Friday. At the other side on West Mulberry, 127 West Mulberry, Kokomo, Indiana. Friday and Sunday nights. You can come there, have some drinkies,
See
play
you
some
Friday.
pool. You know,
No, stay away from the
attempt
pool
to
table.
sing. Yeah, yeah. I'm not
Stay away from the pool table.
You know what? I don't even normally play pool. It's like one of the things I just don't typically.
I totally took you for a pool player.
But I enjoyed Friday. I went. Me and my date went to eat, and then we went to Birds, and then I said, hey, we were talking about bad karaoke, and I said,
Let's go.
my buddy hosts karaoke, and it's at a place that breeds bad karaoke. And so she's like, yeah. So we went down there.
And it was a good time, I'm
It was
sure.
a good time, yeah.
Yeah.
I wish you weren't leaving me talking. Everyone kept talking to us in a different language in there. Like, we were like sitting in there, and everyone kept coming up talking to us. Motherfucker! And everyone was trying to fight.
Oh,
Remember, they were all fighting in there, like and everyone was wearing NASCAR jackets.
Yeah.
oh, like Eminem?
No, we had a GoDaddy. She had
Oh, GoDaddy.com?
and then
No free ads.
and then Jeff Gordon jacket. There's a Jeff Gordon jacket,
little
and I think
throwback.
that was like
From the 80s?
the
Yeah.
mother son, maybe I don't
Combo?
know. what
Like a little combo action?
Yeah, I think they were together anyways.
There was some guy had on a jacket. It was like, you remember, we're talking like 90s.
Yep.
Like the leather jacket said USA down the arm and
Yep.
had the flag on the
Yep.
back.
Yep.
I saw a guy walking around wearing that. I'm just
Was
like,
it? Are you sure it wasn't a Confederate flag one?
I know, right?
I have
Not in
seen.
there.
We still are talking about that guy.
Sometimes I wonder, I'm like, man, are these time travelers? Or this dude just, or is he just going to be mullet for life? You never know.
What about the guy that was in there Friday? He looked like George Costanza. You know what I'm talking about? Do you know who I'm
Are you
talking
talking about
about?
the little weird mousy guy?
Yeah, and he was mad at the other guy. He was like, "You want to fuck them bitches? You go right ahead."
Yeah. I think he thought the guy was going to hook up with him, and the guy wasn't interested.
Oh, they were, because when we left, those motherfuckers were walking down the street together. So
Yeah.
if he tells you they didn't hook up, something happened.
Yeah.
That other guy was like dirty dancing. He had that one chick bent over the
Yeah,
pool table.
He
and
told one of my friends, he goes, I normally don't like girls, but there's something about you. And I was just like, really?
We got to get those people
Does
on
that
this right here.
yes, we'd get him on.
Oh, we can get plenty of
You
characters.
get George Costanza on too.
I heard that
Oh,
the
yeah.
white what's the white dude's name that raps?
Yeah, he was there.
Which,
Was he the one that
Aaron-
was
Aaron-
telling us
Aaron
about?
is-
Was he the same one? The GW that was there? The other night?
GW, yeah, he was rapping a little bit.
Him and Aaron, they were
Yeah, they were freestyling.
freestyling. They were doing
Did you
good.
see when the goth guy was in there? Like the little black goth guy?
There's a black goth guy.
Yeah, he had like the eyeliner and everything, and he had on a hoodie. He was like, he came to me and goes, what's rap title? I'm like,
yeah,
"All right."
yeah, that dude.
Yeah, he was great.
He just like kept coming up to our table and looking at us.
Yeah, he was just,
It was weird.
Awesome.
And then
Why was
the
I
then
not
the
there?
one white guy or the one black guy that had like 3 different colors of white on or 4. He had.
oh, the dude in
He
the
had a
pimp
white.
hat?
You think
Yes,
it was
he had a black.
springtime?
He had a black pin hat. He had a white shirt, white pants, white winter coat, and white shoes.
And they're all different color ones.
And they're all different colors.
They're all
Kinda
like off
cream,
shade.
kinda
shade.
dirty.
I said
He was like,
I was gonna say something about it being after Labor Day, but if he didn't care for fucking, if he didn't, maybe it's actually before Labor Day. I don't even know. I don't know where the start finish is on this.
Oh,
But if
my
he didn't
God.
care if it's white smash, he didn't care what time of year it was. I
He
promise.
did not.
Pimpin'.
Oh my God, that's great.
well, I'm off to the land of...
Take it on to the other side.
Lenny's gonna take off for the evening, and we'll see him back next week on the Ways to Kokomo. Thanks, Len.
See you
Coming
later.
out,
Yeah, everybody.
hanging out,
Take care.
buddy. Go Rams.
Rams.
And he doesn't even give 2 shits about football.
Nope.
See? Be careful, man.
Will do. See ya.
So here we are.
So yeah, what's the score? 3-0,
3-0,
man.
man. That's
There's
actually
no-
there's an offside.
There's like so far,
One person.
one person is like cleaning up on the people's square boards.
well, the
right?
one board is every score change.
That's Kelly's.
That's Kelly's. So there's been one winner of $450, and then if there is no winner, at the end and it's still the same, they win all of it.
They win all of it.
Yes.
Okay, so every score change.
Yeah. So if they tie it, the number 3 and 3 will win. So we got squares. Everybody's got it. We're losing. We're losers. Most of us.
Right.
And
I did not partake in the boards this year.
We should have ran our own $1,000 a square.
We should have ran one today, but we had a lot of shit going on. You
Oh
know,
my
we
God.
were financing our
Yes, our venture,
our Podbean.
our Podbean.
So we were before we were left there. We were talking about different things that make people Google. But you need to check out and try to find Two Girls in One Cup.
Reaction videos.
And then now the reaction videos are awesome. And if you go on and you and just hit
I'm in.
Kermit the Frog reaction, that's all you
Okay.
have to do. Just click on that.
Kermit.
And,
Yeah, show it to me.
and this is Kermit.
Can't wait to see this.
And it'll be a lot of audio or visual, so you'll want to look at this too. And when I first seen it, I didn't even know what Two Girls One Cup was. I just someone I can't.
God, no! Oh, fuck!
I just hit my head.
Oh, God, no! Oh, my God, that is fucking... Oh, God, fuck!
No, Kermit's not.
He's not a very
doing-
happy camper.
He's not doing well with this. You know,
No,
we're
he's
like
not.
44 seconds. Oh, but wait a minute. And this is the part where you'll be wanting to watch along at home.
Oh my god.
He's got the
That is
he's got the Jerkins lotion out.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah. Eat that shit. Oh, God damn it.
So
That is classic.
yeah, so we can see that Kermit's a pig.
Everybody left us.
They did. They
They
did.
did, but that's all right.
That's all right. We are here. We are the waste of Kokomo survivors.
Yes, we're kind of like cockroaches.
That's right.
We can
just-
go through a nuclear attack,
Yeah,
and we're still here.
Yeah, and you can't get rid of us.
You cannot get rid of us. We only have a year lifespan, though, so you probably ought to
Listen to our podcast.
listen
when
to
you
it
can.
and contribute as
Yes.
much as you can.
That's right. If
We,
if you have something, a story or an event or something that you'd like to come and talk to us about,
Or email us.
email us at
wasteofkokomo19, that's all one word, all small letters, at gmail.com. We've got that. We've got a Facebook page, Waste of Kokomo. We also have several other outlets, and I'm trying to get to those right now. Give me a second here. I'm trying to find our pod bean. I'll probably have to do something with that one. I'll get back later.
yeah, we'll do that.
Insert.
Don't mess up what you got going on.
Yeah, no
because
doubt, because I'll probably erase
Everything's all set up and ready to send on that first
one.
episode.
It takes forever.
It's 3 weeks into it, so we'll have no, that's good though. We'll have 2 weeks ahead, in case something comes up. But we are resilient. We don't have to do this in one location.
Nope.
We don't all have to be here. This is
We just like yeah.
it's all our podcast. Last week we had we even had an audience last
Yeah, we
week.
did.
So,
Yeah, it was quite eventful.
and we're thinking about growing. Even doing like people want to come in and sit in the peanut gallery. It'll definitely have to be something that. Until we want you to laugh, you need to shut the fuck up.
See, that was my cue to laugh.
Yeah, I gave him the.
He gave me the
signal.
cue?
This is why this is a. And ever since we talked about that ass ripper, now I keep having to fart.
Fart, I do too, and I think I have to go to the restroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't want to kill the other establishment's, business.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
so
right.
I'm trying to keep it toned down a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, I get
So-
that. I get that.
But I don't know. We were going to also we got a new thing coming up. We're going to have sponsors each month. We talked about this a little bit ago, not on the podcast, but amongst ourselves, and we're going to for 50. I think did you say $50?
$50.
$50 a month. If there's 4 weeks or 5 weeks, you get a plug. You'll be the sponsor, so it'll be hey, welcome to the Waste of Kokomo, sponsored by insert name.
Yeah.
So you can get with Jimmy, me, Wendy, Kelly, Lenny, a number of other people that will gladly accept your donation. All of that goes towards just bandwidth, support And
We got to pay to put the podcast
up.
on the interwebs, and then we've all put money into different things. I mean, Jared's
Equipments.
using his computer, and he's got a external hard drive. I brought in this fancy microphone, and we've had Aaron Kane. He edited our first two. He has. We haven't sat down and talked with him, but he's told us, "Hey, here's some things that you guys can do to help." We definitely needed, like the first week, we really didn't have a whole lot of structure. We knew that, but that was one of the things that he suggested on there. But we were just having fun with the first one, trying to figure out what the hell was going on. I think last week we probably had. It was definitely more structured or controlled.
a lot more controlled. And today was definitely
It's
been very, very low key.
But
We got a lot of shit going on in different areas, so we're all watching television, trying to.
Yeah, and everybody's coming off of one of them weekends.
Yeah,
Every single one of us.
it was a long weekend. We got to slow our roll.
Slow that roll.
Slow that roll. Or drink champagne all weekend. But that's
Yeah.
what I was told. That
Yeah.
is really fun.
Yeah. Or not drink all weekend, and next weekend that'll be me. I won't drink because that's my Cooper weekend.
That's your Cooper weekend.
and I don't have any reason to drink when I'm around him.
Right on. Yeah, I'll have the kids next weekend. We're on the same schedule, huh?
That is-
Congratulations.
Oh, congratulations to you.
Yes, I'll have all my kids, and I think we might work down here on Saturday. I'm not sure. It just depends. Wow. Was that defensive pass or offensive pass interference?
Yeah, they got to call that.
You know what's happening here is kind of historic, really, because it's only 3-0.
Yeah, but the Patriots will probably blow it out 30-0 in the last 5 minutes
five
of
minutes
the
of the
fourth
game.
quarter.
Yes, because they're very good at that.
Yeah, they're just gonna rip. They're just gonna rip the Rams fans'
The
hearts
Rams are
out.
going to run for their money right now.
They are. But
I
they're
think
just like this is classic Belichick, where you just give everybody the hope,
Give them hope,
give them hope,
and then just strangle them.
or come out and gut them from the beginning, and they've done that too, and never take the foot off the throat.
Yeah.
But this is pretty classic, I think.
I mean, for a Super Bowl game, 3-0.
And there's probably people mad about it, but
I bet there's a lot of people losing a lot of money somewhere.
yeah, probably. Oh yeah, I don't know what the over/under was on that.
I don't either. I'm gonna look that up while you're talking about that. What else
so-
do we want to do? You want to plug a few things and then
We'll
bring it on home
Just like,
to me?
We'll start off with the cellar. Kelly is she's had some remodeling stuff going on this week and hasn't been allowed to be open. We were going to do this down here anyways, and so she's running a business today. So we will make sure we always plug the cellar. She's awesome. It's a great atmosphere in here. There's not your typical bar bullshit going on down here. Everyone's, they got how many different flavors of
30. We're at 31.
31
And
flavors.
she's getting ready to add 7,
13?
13 or 17.
Yeah, I always call them the Baskin Robbins of the martini bars because she's got 31 flavors. So she's got the martinis going on. Soon to be Barabbas Barbecue.
I don't remember what the other one. What was the other one? You had 31 flavors, and then somebody said something else.
Go
Oh,
go right
all good things go
down.
go down, or what is it?
You're
Oh,
right
yeah.
if you're going down.
Everything's.
Everything's going. I forget. We'll have to
Go
listen.
down and you'll be right.
I have to listen to another podcast that we had.
No, I haven't listened to the second one yet. I need to get on and listen to that. Okay, so Tuesday night, there's an open stage with who's running that now? Josh?
Yeah, I don't know his last name though, but his name's Josh. A lot of people know him.
Vandergriff
Yeah,
or something.
Yeah, a lot of people know who Josh is.
Yeah,
he's always over at the Mojos and
Josh is running that on
Tuesday nights.
Tuesday nights.
That's an open mic night. You can bring your guitar down here. You can bring your vocals down here. You can bring your whores down here. You can bring whatever you want down here and get on the
Said
microphone.
horns, not whores.
See?
With your mind out of the gutter. I tell you
I might
what.
have said whores. I don't really know.
Oh, so I messed up?
Maybe, I don't know. It looks like the over-under is 56.
Oh, wow, man.
And the Patriots are 2.5-point favorite. Hey, guess what? They're up 3.
They're
So
up 3, so
somebody's getting paid.
yeah.
Big time.
So we went over the open mic night on Tuesdays. On Wednesday is the Blind Tiger Comedy Open Mic.
Woo!
That is a great time, and the host is handsome.
Handsome as hell. He wears these sweaters, makes him look like Mr. Rogers.
Oh yeah, man, that dude. But you know what? Chicks dig that whether they know it or not.
Don't know it yet.
No, they don't know it. They will learn. They will learn to do it. They will learn to love that. It's an awesome look. That dude is amazing and funny. But that is every Wednesday. And if you are interested, either the night Tuesday, if you're wanting to get out and try your guitar and sing in front of some people, besides having your mom yell down into the basement for you to shut that thing off. And Wednesday, you know, a lot of people, I can be funny, and then they kind of find out that,
They're not so funny.
or they're funnier than me.
Or they're funny. Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
I mean,
We've had a couple. It's happened.
Yeah, and you come in here and you know, you can knock it off your bucket list. It's only February. You probably, hey, I'm gonna try stand up this year. I'm gonna be, and you know, everyone's told me I'm funny. I can do that. Come out, try it. You know, and we're starting to get a decent crowd on. You know, it's a typical.
We're getting
open
diverse,
mic.
very diverse. We had
Yeah.
a teacher from, or RN. That one kid from Tipton,
Yeah, he's from Kokomo.
Kokomo, but,
He's from-
he,
but
he
he's
works.
a-
He works in Tipton.
Yeah, Luke McKinney.
Hilarious. That was
Yeah,
great.
Luke, and he'll be coming back in here. He's getting ready for a show that he's doing. I forget what he told me that show was. I apologize. Then we got people traveling here all the time from Indianapolis, Marion. We've had Fort Wayne guys. Had some South Bend guys. So you know, people are coming here to try their material. They're coming here to practice new material, or you know, that's what an open mic is about. So everyone's pretty supportive of each other and everybody's projects. Come check that out. It's a good time just to even watch. Thursday night, the karaoke's with Brandy. Brandy is doing the karaoke's on Thursday night, and then she tries to have entertainment either Friday or Saturday, and sometimes both.
And sometimes not at all, but there's always entertainment down here.
Yeah, there's always.
There's always a clown down here somewhere.
Yeah. We've had an open mic where we've had a guy that looked like Dale Earnhardt, dressed like the Gordon's fisherman, walked right in and stood in front of the mic like he was the only one in the crowd. We've had teachers, right out, you know, come in there and
Drink.
and get really loud. And then Jerry Goebel had to say, look at that, you guys, all year long demanding everybody's respect.
And
And
then
now you're in here disrespecting.
Disrespectful,
That was
yeah,
funny.
that was funny, and
And
you
they had a good time.
every
with
once
us.
in a while you can see Jimmy get angry too at people.
Yeah, we
Not in a
had-
bad way, just
Right,
come
yeah.
and respect people.
Yeah, we had Brandon Fraser that one, the one night. A guy that looked like Brandon Fraser that wanted to be belligerent with everybody. And then I think everybody roasted him, and he finally shut up.
He did, yeah.
He started to shut up when I called him out for looking like Brandon Fraser. And he's like, yeah, the mummy, da-da-da, yada-da-da-da, biodome.
Biodome, I remember you saying that. I do remember
And
that.
that's when he came down off his thing. And he wasn't the mummy. He realized that he was just living in a bubble with Pauly Shore. But you know,
You mean the Weasel?
That's about all I got to plug. Oh, February 16th.
Yes.
We have Sean Shank and Patrick Gahn from the South Bend area. They're coming here, and then you'll get your local guys. we're doing that here on the 16th, and the 15th we're doing that at the Barn in Burlington. Same headliner and feature, all host as usual, and we'll have some local comedians fill the slot. So come check out local comedy. We try to bring people from all over the place in here just to keep comedy going, build a little comedy scene. What anything you got going on? Anything?
Save
No,
a Life, be a donor.
yeah, Save a Life, Be a Donor.
Donor Network.
Yeah.
.org.
And we are going to share that information on the podcast page, Waste of Kokomo. Check it out on the Facebooks. That's where we're going to. Of course, our podcast will be on Podbean.
Yes, and we'll have all.
Is that
links.
an app or is it?
It is not an app. It is actually
Just a website?
hosting, like a hosting
Okay.
site. And a lot of things will be directed. I think it might go up on iTunes too. As soon as
Okay.
I find out for sure, all that information will be up on the Facebook page.
Yeah, and
so
then,
that we know.
Yeah,
And
then we'll
then-
share it in the different locations.
There'll be several links to the seller, to Lenny Pigs, what he's got going on, because he's got a bajillion things going on.
He draws comic books.
Yeah, he's pretty intelligent.
He's writing
character.
some material for somebody out in California
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
He does
He's
a little
got-
bit of he's yeah.
He's got his hands in a little bit of everything.
Yep.
But we'll put it on pages like the Waste of Kokomo page, the Cellar page, the Roadkill Comedy Show page, all of our personal pages, not necessarily Kokomo News.
And then one other thing.
Kokomo Promo is another Facebook page I run that it's just for anybody that wants to put.
You
stuff
run
up
that page
there.
too?
Yeah, but there's not a whole lot of people.
Maybe,
I
we'll,
just kind
maybe we'll
of.
direct a lot of people to it. But
Yeah.
we've got contests coming up too that you guys are going to hear about. It's going to be posted tonight, I think, or tomorrow. Jimmy's going to take care of that. It is not necessarily Kokomo News and the Waste of Kokomo teaming up for a meme contest, and the meme
Is
subject is
tie game.
Grease.
The Rams fans in the other room are clapping like crazy.
Which is the whole entire room.
Oh god damn! That ball didn't look like it was going
It
through.
was close on the other one
The
too.
little hooker.
A little
It was a
hooker.
little
It's a
hooker.
little hooker.
Yeah.
But we're gonna do the meme from
From Waste of Kokomo.
Waste of Kokomo.
It's last week we did karaoke after the podcast with Lenny, and I took some pictures of everybody singing. Wendy, you didn't sing, did
No,
you?
I don't sing.
You're a jerk.
I'm good.
she's gonna sing.
No, I don't
The next
sing.
time,
I
yeah.
don't need the attention. I'm
Nope.
good.
Me either, man. I hate
I
it.
hate it, and you know what? His version of Pink Floyd is unbelievable. Go see Jimmy Shaw sing Pink Floyd. See him sing Johnny Cash. It is on key. It is just what you needed.
Friday night, I went in there.
Did you kill it?
To do it, and everyone was having fun, and I just motioned to Lenny from my table, put me in the rotation.
Didn't get it, did you?
No, he did.
Did he?
Oh, he got
And
it.
he picked the song.
He picked the song.
Oh
for me. I did
hell!
two
What were you?
songs.
What'd you do? You remember?
Rebel, Rebel,
Oh yeah,
and
Rebel.
yeah, and I
Butchered it.
I've heard the song, and took me a minute. I killed it, man. I had no, I'm telling you, I had a fan base that night.
Because you had all your teeth.
Maybe it could have been, but they kept telling me I was a good singer. You're a good singer. You're a good singer. And I forget what the second song was. It was more of a classic rock song, and I probably the Rebel that I really didn't know. I probably did better on it.
Rebel, no.
Yeah.
Josh just told me that watching this game is like watching old people fuck.
Slow and sloppy.
Slow and sloppy. Or slow and dry.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, whatever.
Where's Josh at? He's
He's got his
Yeah.
daughter.
okay.
He's got Lily.
Right.
So-
What else
yeah.
would we talk about?
Meme.
The meme contest. Anyways, yeah, we took pictures of everybody singing karaoke, and I took a picture of a billiards table that
I would not call that a fucking billiards table.
Okay, it's a pool table.
Poo table.
It's a pool table.
In a local establishment here in Kokomo.
Yeah, I took a picture and I put it
You
on.
don't have to wear a bra.
I put it on not necessarily Kokomo News, and I put free comedy tickets to whoever can say where I am. And almost instantly, and then there was some debate over who the actual winner was.
We talked about that earlier, right?
Yeah, but I ended up just telling, and they get it for 2, so the 4 people are getting tickets to the show on the 16th because I'm like that. I will not pick a winner while I'm drinking anymore.
While you're drinking anymore. No more.
So, or we'll watch the page a little closer.
Or we'll just look at the timestamp.
No, there's
a debate on the timestamp.
But here's the thing: Facebook now does the relevant.
Whatever
instead of in order.
I hate that.
And I don't know if you can switch it back. So, in my defense, that kind of fucked me. So maybe there's a way you can set it up to where it does.
I don't think there is. I think they control all that.
Okay.
Just like the government controls everything else in this world.
So they tell you who's relevant. And I thought they already got in trouble with that. They quit posting links for trending subjects because of that. Because they were deciding.
Facebook lately?
But they used to do trending to where you could get on there and catch news and stuff, and they don't do that no more.
No.
Because they were being blamed for swaying
certain things, certain ways.
Things, yes.
Right.
So, but now they are still doing that. Maybe they had all that technology and say, you know what, we can't do that. So let's decide what's relevant to these people.
To these people now.
For them. This is relevant to you on your page because we said it was. But if we had the timestamp, it would have.
Yeah, it would have been a lot better.
You know,
maybe.
So
maybe a little bit better.
Anyway,
so we're gonna have a contest.
We're gonna have a contest. What did we say the winner was getting on this?
Was it sponsorship? No, it was.
We'll figure it out.
We got to figure it out before we post it. We'll figure that. This is already. You guys already know what it is, so we'll stop talking about that. Anyways, I don't have anything else. We'll have that posted. You guys will already know about it, but now.
That was the worst holding call I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, man.
He had a hold of his wife, Peter.
With a towel. So, okay, Jared, you got anything else?
I don't think so, man. I think we're going to sign off, and everybody's going to go.
See, I told you, as soon as the score got even up, the Patriots
over.
take it up.
They're going to kill him. I'm sure it's going to happen.
I'm standing by it. Rams.
You are?
Winner.
Are you still? He's still calling the Rams. I'm still going to say it's going to go to the person with the high score. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to sign off with another weekend podcast, another Waste of Kokomo podcast this evening live from the cellar on Super Bowl Sunday. You guys are going to hear this.
Owl.
Super Owl. Thanks for listening.